Good evening and welcome to Pembroke, North Carolina, home of the Braves. We're at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court on the campus of UNC Pembroke for Braves men's basketball as they take on the Winston-Salem State Rams. With Joe Vasile, I'm Cameron Songer. Thank you for joining us on the Braves Broadcast Network. Joe, should be a good one, a rematch of an earlier game between the Braves and the Rams, a game that went into overtime.
Yeah, that was a fantastic game back on the 17th of November, an 89-88 victory for the Braves, neck and neck, like you said, all the way into overtime and down into the final seconds of that extra period. Should be another good one on tap. Although the Braves now don't have to quite contend with some of the hostile atmosphere that they had to deal with up in Winston-Salem.
Yeah, there's that, and there's also a lot of changes for both teams since that game happened. Most notably, Winston-Salem State's undefeated since that game. They're 4-0 with wins over Elizabeth City State, Morris, Virginia Union, and Glenville State, but the Rams haven't played since December 1st, which was a 63-59 win at Glenville State. For the Braves, the story is the fact they are playing without Quamaine Rose for the rest of the season. The preseason All-American guard hit the shot that sent the game into overtime, a three-pointer in the final seconds of that game. He was leading the team in points, assists, and steals, and really the Braves have been struggling without him in the lineup, trying to figure out how to make things work. The Braves 5-4, the Rams 5-2. Braves wrapping up the non-conference portion of their schedule tonight with a game against the Rams. National anthem time here in Pembroke. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip. You're listening to UNCP Braves men's basketball on the Braves Broadcast Network.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny, nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
We often get the question, where does the money go? More than 90% of NCAA revenue supports 89 championships and more than 1,100 member schools that give $2.7 billion in scholarships each year. Look around you. There are more than 450,000 student athletes competing every year, succeeding on the field, in the classroom, and in life. Bottom line, we put our money where our mission is.
Welcome back to Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court, home of the UNCP Braves. With Joe Vasile, I'm Cameron Songer. Let's get you the starting lineups, starting with the visiting Winston-Salem State Rams, 5-2 overall, and no games so far in the CIAA. Led by head coach James Wilhelmy, this is how they will line up. Senior forward Keith Armstrong out of Raleigh and transferred to Winston-Salem State from Robert Morris is at one starting spot. Damone Harrison from Northeastern State. He wears number 3, another senior guard out there for the Rams. Rayvon Harris is a senior guard, transfer from Rhode Island. A lot of D1 transfers in this starting lineup for the Rams. William Crandell, a freshman forward, who scored 7 points in the game against UNCP earlier this year, and then rounding out the starting lineup for Winston-Salem State, one of their leading scorers, number 23, C.J. Ford. Joe, we saw this team warm up. They were throwing it down hard and with a lot of athleticism. What do you expect to see tonight out of the Rams?
A lot of pizzazz out of the Rams. Like you mentioned, a couple of D1 transfers in the starting lineup, 5 overall on the roster for James Wilhelmy's group, and they're a talented bunch. They like to run up and down the floor, and it's going to be a tough matchup for the Braves without Quamaine Rose, but you got to find a way to come through.
For the Braves, a different look in the starting lineup, doing something a little bit different. Brandon Watts and Alex Bradley in the backcourt. And Braves fans used to seeing that. Watts, the sophomore guard, who had an excellent first half against Mount Olive, couldn't keep it going throughout the entire game in that last time out for the Braves on Saturday. But Watts was the bright spot. He led the team with 24 points in that game. Alex Bradley, a redshirt junior point guard, he kind of runs the show and directs traffic for the Braves. The other guard in tonight's starting lineup is Giovanni Mack, the pseudo replacement for Kwame Rose. It's transferred from Texas Southern University. They burned his red shirt after that injury to Kwame Rose. This will be just the third game of the season for Mack. At the forward spot, Brandon Winford, a redshirt senior forward from Goldsboro, North Carolina. And then the surprise in tonight's starting lineup, freshman forward James Murray Boyles getting his first career start for the Black and Gold in place of Tyler Cordenbrock, who only played 3 minutes in that game against Mount Olive.
Yeah, but it's a well-deserved start for Murray Boyles. He's been a solid contributor, just under 6 points and about 3 rebounds per game this season. So Murray Boyles getting the starting nod tonight. Once again, like I said, well-deserved. And look to see Cordenbrock try to provide a little spark off the bench. Here he is there. It's not that he's not available. He is sitting on the bench in uniform. So just a little bit of a shake-up in the lineup. So we'll see how that all plans out. And it looks like Murray Boyles is going to be the one taking the jump.
I think part of that comes from the fact that Winston-Salem State, a little bit smaller, but a lot quicker. You want some of the smaller guys out there for the Braves to run with them. Murray Boyles jumping center against Keith Armstrong. The Braves win the tip. They'll go from left to right across the floor. Watts with the behind-the-back pass to Bradley. Already showing off some flair as we get going. Bradley, the pass to the right wing. It's Mack faking the pass, makes it to Winford. Shot on the right block, no good. And the defensive rebound gobbled up by C.J. Ford. He will take it himself across the timeline, dribbling with the left hand. Alex Bradley will guard him. He picks up his dribble, passes over to Harris. Harris getting right to the basket, laying it up. It's blocked by Winford and bouncing around. Who last touched that? And they will give it to the Rams. Brandon Winford missing the shot on one end, then protecting the rim on the defensive end.
Yeah, great defensive play by Brandon Winford to come up with the block without fouling against the driving Harris.
Inbounds pass to the right corner, 15 to shoot for the Rams, about 30 seconds off the game clock. Back up top, they now have 10 to shoot. No score in the ball game. C.J. Ford guarded by James Murray Boyles. 6 to shoot, handoff. This is Harris. 3 to shoot, up top. Harrison, 1 to shoot, and he didn't get it off. Nice defensive possession by the Braves. They're fired up. 19-15 to play in the first half. We still have no score.
And Winston-Salem State, a team that does a lot of isolation on offense. That time, it looked like Harrison, when he caught the pass, just had a mental lapse and didn't realize how much time was left on the clock.
Mack on the right wing off the pass from Bradley. Now it's screen from Murray Boyles. Top of the key. Pass back to Murray Boyles. 18-foot shot on the way. It's good. James Murray Boyles opens the scoring with a sweet jumper. 2-0 Braves.
Yeah, very pretty that time for Murray Boyles. Got himself open on the right elbow and was able to knock down an uncontested shot.
Miscommunication there by the Rams. Braves were pressing. Pass thrown right behind the head of C.J. Ford. It bounces into the bleachers. Turned over, and the Braves get the ball back. 18:49 to go in the first half. Braves 2, Rams nothing. Off the first turnover of the game. We saw both teams pressing early. Expect to see a lot of that as the Rams especially will look to try to push the tempo of this game. Watts throws it into Winford, then gets the handoff right back. He holds right near the Lumbee Guarantee Bank writing on the right wing. Now they swing it around to the opposite side. Bradley on the far side. Pass fake. Now zips a pass to the right wing. Mack, 3-ball on the way, no good. Rebound being tipped around. Murray Boyles couldn't get his hands on it. It's grabbed by the Rams. Crandell with the rebound, pushing in transition. Braves are back defensively. Harrison at the top of the key. Mack picks him up. Pass to the far side. Ford holding at the waist. 18 to shoot. Gets the pass off. Harrison trying to drive baseline. Skip pass to the corner. It's Harris going against Watts. Getting to the block. Lowers the shoulder. Puts up the shot off the glass. No good. High rebound. Bouncing around. Controlled by Harris. Goes up with a shot. Is blocked. Bouncing around. Fresh shot clock. And the shot put up and in by Keith Armstrong. We're tied at 2. Braves coming back quickly the other way. Here's Bradley dribbling at the top of the key. Gets it to Mack. Jab step back over to Bradley. 23 to shoot. 2 minutes off the first half clock. We're tied at 2. Up top to Watts. They work it around the perimeter from left to right. Mack looking to feed the low block, trying to hit Winford. Can't get it to him. Winford comes out, sets the screen. Pass goes up top to Bradley. Getting inside. Kick out to Winford. 10-foot shot off the rim. No good. That hit every part of the rim and the backboard and didn't fall. Rebound Rams. They're running in transition. Going up for the layup and finishing off the glass. Rayvon Harris. Rams take a 4-2 lead. 17:33 to go in the first half.
A lot of back and forth action on these last few possessions for both teams trying to establish themselves early.
Watts gets the screen from Murray Boyles, takes it to the top of the key with the left hand, steps to the free throw line, puts up a shot, and he is clobbered. Will they say he was shooting, or was that on the ground? That's a 2-shot foul. Nice fake by Brandon Watts. Got the guy up in the air, and then began the process of shooting. leaned in, drew the foul. Brandon Watts to the free throw line for 2. This could tie the game. Foul called on number 4, Rayvon Harris. It's his first, team's first. Braves trailing 4-2. Brandon Watts at the free throw line for the first time tonight. First free throw on its way, around the rim and no good. Watts was 9 of 13 from the line on Saturday in that loss against Mount Olive. On the season now, Watts a 55% free throw shooter. A guy with a nice stroke, just kind of struggles with the free throws a little bit.
And it's just more an issue of the touch rather than the stroke.
Second free throw gets the kind roll and goes in. 4-3, the Rams have the lead. 17-17 to play in the first half. Braves press, Rams break it. Back up top, holding at the Brave Head logo near midcourt, C.J. Ford. He'll direct traffic for the Rams. Pass goes to the near side, Harrison. Dribble handoff goes to the far sideline, Harris. Pass up top, Wilson. To the free throw line and back out. Now driving with the left hand. Free throw line jump shot on the way, around the rim, no good. That was Harrison who couldn't hit. And the strong rebound by the freshman Murray Boyles. Bradley spins past one defender, takes it to the top of the key, finds Murray Boyles. Now to the low block, Winford comes up to make the catch. Goes up with a tough shot. That might have been blocked defensively by Keith Armstrong. Rams get it back. 3 minutes off the clock. Rams with the 4-3 lead. They have 22 to shoot. Holding on the left rim will get a foul away from the ball. Winford got tied up there with Keith Armstrong, and they will call the foul on the Braves' fifth-year senior, Brandon Winford. His first, team's first.
Yeah, nothing malicious that time. Just some legs ended up getting tangled up with some of the big guys down low, and Winford ends up getting whistled.
Braves showing a 2-3 zone defensively, lining up at the top of the key. The Rams in their sideline out of bounds. They get a fresh 30 on the shot clock. C.J. Ford on the far wing. Picked up by Giovanni Mack, goes under a screen, bounce pass to the left wing, now looking down low. It's a low pass off someone's foot, and the Braves will get the basketball.
And I think the Braves might have lucked out that time. Looked like it might have gone off Brandon Winford's foot last before it scooted out of bounds, but they say it last glanced off Rayvon Harris.
Well, it's easy to tell whose shoe is who because the Braves, by and large, wearing white shoes. Rams wearing red shoes to match their red uniforms with the white numbers. Braves in their home whites. Watts with the ball on the near side, up top to Winford. They work it around the perimeter from right to left. Low block, Murray Boyles, up fake. Double team comes, puts up the shot, no good. Winford grabs the offensive rebound, and he was pushed. Foul committed by the Rams. They are second. They still have a 4-3 lead. 16:08 to go in the first half as we approach the first timeout.
And that is also going to be the second personal foul on Rayvon Harris. He's picked up 2 fouls, not even 4 minutes into this game.
That will bring on a substitution as that's big for the Rams. Rayvon Harris is their leading scorer at 12, or their second leading scorer at 12.3 points per game. Jamel McAllister checks in and replaces him. Murray Boyles cutting towards the elbow, now gets to the basket. Double pump layup is blocked from behind by Damone Harrison. And here come the Rams in transition. Braves sprinting back defensively. Three-pointer in transition. It's good. Nothing but net on the jumper by C.J. Ford from downtown. It's 7-3 Rams. Bradley takes it up quickly as we played 4 minutes here on Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court. Pass to the far sideline, Watts. Up fake on the 3. Defender stays home. Mack, top of the key, off the pass from Winford. Three-point attempt, no good. Defensive rebound by Winston-Salem State. Spinning away from a defender after the rebound, C.J. Ford. He's going right to the basket. Lays up with the right hand, and it's good. C.J. Ford has the last 5 points. It's 9-3 Winston-Salem State. 15:30 to go in the first half. Bradley gets to the free throw line. He puts up a shot and gets the kind roll. Alex Bradley breaks the little Ram run. It's now 9-5.
Yeah, Rams really starting to ramp up the tempo on offense a little bit on these last few possessions.
Ford with the crossover to free up some space as Bradley dogs him up the floor. Handoff goes back to Ford. Now he calls out signals on offense. Handoff to McAllister on the perimeter. Now up top, Harrison working on Mack. Spinning into the lane, puts up the jump shot. He's fouled, and it misses. Foul called on Alex Bradley. It'll be his first. Foul called on Giovanni Mack, his first, team second. And when we come back, it'll be free throws for the Winston-Salem State Rams. They lead 9-5 with 15:04 to go in the first half.
What you've gained as a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Winston-Salem State has a 9-5 lead over the UNCP Braves. Ben Miller, the head coach of the Braves in his 8th season in Pembroke, just made a couple substitutions. Jihad Wright and Carson Mounts both checking in. The 5 for the Braves right now, it's Bradley, Mack, Watts, Wright, and Mounts at the free throw line for Winston-Salem State, trying to add to a 4-point lead. First free throw on the way, it's good. It's Damone Harrison at the line. He's a 78% free throw shooter on the year. Listed as a senior, transferred to Winston-Salem State from Northeastern State. This is his first season with the Rams. Knocks down the first free throw. He has one more, and it's also good. 11-5, the Rams lead in the early going. 15:03 to go in the first half. Still a lot of basketball to play. So glad you're here with us. With Joe Vasile, I'm Cameron Songer. Alex Bradley barking out directions for the Braves. Pass goes to the right wing. Watts tried to feed the post. It's not there. It's tipped away from Carson Mounts. Another turnover by the Braves. In transition, the Rams. Braves sprint back defensively. Left corner. Driving baseline. TJ Wilson draws the blocking foul as Jihad Wright was a little late to slide in.
Yeah, no feet set that time for Wright. Easy block call.
First foul on Jihad Wright. Team's third. So 3 team fouls on the Braves, 2 by the Rams. Rams have the 11-5 lead after about 5 minutes of play. Inbounds pass goes to the left block. Wilson posts up. Now a free throw line jumper for Simmons off the back rim, no good. Alex Bradley, one of the smallest guys on the floor, sails in for the rebound. Pass to the near side, Mack in transition. Now they skip it over to the far side. Watts with a 3 ball. Not this time. Rebound controlled by Winston-Salem State. One and done for the Braves on that possession. TJ Wilson boxed out nicely. Carlos Rankins pushes the ball up the floor. Harrison goes up and under and finishes on the right block over Carson Mounts. Wow.
Very flashy layup that time by Harrison.
13-5, Rams lead. Mounts at the free throw line off the pass from Wright. Back rim no good. The Braves are just cold from the field right now on their home floor. Rankins pushes up the far sideline. Now the pass to the right wing. In transition, 3 ball around the rim and out. Pair of Braves fighting for that rebound. They finally get it. McAllister couldn't hit the shot. Giovanni Mack with the board. About 6 minutes now off the clock. Braves have just 5 points. Bradley on the right wing. Gets a screen from Mounts. Driving to the top of the key with his left hand. Now underhand pass to Watts. Over to Mack on the left wing. 13 to shoot for the Braves. Wright sets the screen. Double team comes. They try to get it to Wright on the left block. They do. He picks up his dribble after one bounce. Has to go back outside. 5 to shoot now for the Braves. It's Mack going one-on-one. Steps into a 3 ball from the top of the key. It's good. Wow. Giovanni Mack with the hand in his face makes it 13-8. And that's a big momentum turner for the Braves if they can get a stop. Going to the basket. Shot blocked by Mounts, and he gets it back. Gives it off to Watts. Now the Braves look to run. Watts crosses over, goes behind his back, takes it to the top of the key. Pass to Wright, now over to Bradley, and they'll call the travel. Jihad Wright was not expecting that pass.
Yeah, Wright definitely did travel there, but it looked like they were going to let him get away with it. It was a little bit late to blow the whistle were the officials that time, but then they did blow the play dead, called the travel.
He had an open Alex Bradley on the left wing. That was clearly what he wanted to do with it. I think he thought that's where the pass was going in the first place. Kashin Hinton checks in and sends Alex Bradley to the bench. 13-12 to play in the first half. It's Winston-Salem State 13, UNC Pembroke 8. Rams have the ball. Braves sitting in a 2-3 zone defensively. They extend the pressure. They double-team the ball handler as he takes it across the timeline. Rankin's in some trouble. Lobs a pass to the top of the key. Now the Rams step back. Pass goes back to the left wing. Harrison. Pass up top, Rankins. Now he directs traffic. Already half the shot clock gone. Harrison on the left side. 3 ball in the face of Hinton, no good. Hinton tracks down the long rebound. Now Hinton pushes up the near wing. Hinton takes it to the top of the key, right near the edge of that 3-point arc. Now the Rams showing man-to-man defense. Mack on the right wing. It's a screen from right to the top of the key. The pass. Watts, 3 ball from the left side, around the rim and out. Mounts tips the rebound, but they'll call a foul. It goes against Carson Mounts. He pushed off on the fight for the rebound. It's a loose ball foul on Carson Mounts. His first. Team's fourth. Already the Braves with 4 fouls. There's still 12:33 to play in this first half.
And remember all the foul trouble that they were in on Saturday in the loss to Mount Olive. They had 3 players foul out, including Mounts, who fouled out with about 8.5 minutes left in that game.
Mounts played just 13 minutes in that game. That's really some aggressive play from the freshman. 13-8, the Rams lead. They work it around the perimeter from left to right. Now back to the left side on the skip pass. Rankins opens 3 ball off the top of the backboard. No good. And that's out of bounds. It bounced off the rim and then nearly hit the shot clock. That one bounced almost straight up in the air. He had some room to pull the trigger, though. The Braves got to come out on that shot.
Yeah, that was not a bad look by Rankins. Just a little bit too strong on the release.
Watts exits and Winford checks back in for the Braves. They're looking to go a little bit bigger as Hinton, Wright, Mack, Winford, and Mounts Winford holding on the left wing. He's going to have to be a ball handler. Pass up top to right. Now to the right wing, Hinton. The top of the key, Mack nearly lost it, gets it back. Pass goes to the left wing. Right, nice up fake, one dribble. Free throw line extended jump shot, no good. And the defensive rebound by the Rams. Again, the Braves getting open looks. They can't knock them down. That's why they trail by 5. Under 12 to play in the first half. Held by TJ Wilson, bounce pass. And now back over to CJ Ford. Wilson sets the screen. Ford dribbling with the right hand. Sizing up Giovanni Mack, and they'll call an offensive foul. Under the basket, clearing out space was number 11, Jerome Simmons, and it's turned right back over by the Rams. That takes us to the under 12 media timeout. 11:38 to go in this first half. It's Winston-Salem State 13, Braves 8. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to UNCP Braves basketball.
I guess sometimes things just happen. Devastating things. Your whole world changes in an instant. That's what happened to me the day my mother had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
The University of North Carolina at Pembroke was founded in 1887 by American Indians to provide education to the local community to ensure a pathway to success. Today, we're part of the world-renowned University of North Carolina system, but the spirit of our founding still guides us. Our strong academics
Here
are
in Pembroke,
exemplified.
Braves trailing 13-8 against the Winston-Salem State Rams with Joe Vasile. I'm Cameron Songer. Thank you for joining us on the Braves Broadcast Network. We'll bring you the upcoming broadcast schedule here for the Braves, as the men's and women's teams will be hitting the road, going down to Georgia. They'll take on Columbus State on Thursday for a doubleheader. That one's slated to start at 5:30 for the women's game, and then on the men's side about 30 minutes after the conclusion of the women's game, and then following that, the teams will be in action on Saturday night at Georgia College. Should be an interesting road trip. Both the men's and women's teams 0-1 in the Peach Belt Conference after they dropped the conference openers to Lander a couple weeks ago. This is the last non-conference game of the season for the Braves as they take on Winston-Salem State, a team they beat earlier this year in overtime by a single point on the road in Winston-Salem. Braves have the ball on the left wing. It's tipped away from right. He gets it back. Pass goes back up top to Bradley. Just 15 to shoot now for the Braves. They trail by 5 with 11:20 to go in the first half. Back to right on the right wing. Feeds Mounts on the right block. Right-handed hook shot off the glass and good. Carson Mounts got great position. Laid it in. It's a 13-10 ball game.
He needs more out of that from Mounts tonight to take advantage of, well, his superior height to pretty much everybody on the Rams team.
Rams lead by 3, 11 minutes to go in the first half. Pass up top, Jerome Simmons. Mounts giving him plenty of room to shoot. He does not opt to do so. Now Wilson on the left side. Pass going to the left wing, McAllister. Trying to feed the post, can't do it. Down to 8 to shoot for the Rams. Here we go. They've got to make something happen. A long 3 from straight away, no good. It's off the glass and a long rebound. Hinton tracks it down once again. Up the left sideline. He wants to go to the basket. It's stripped away, and someone needs to get to this. To the floor goes Hinton. Pass to the right corner. Right, no good. That would have tied the game. And a defensive rebound by Winston-Salem State. Kind of an odd possession there for the Braves. They got a really good look out of it. Couldn't knock it down. Still a 3-point Rams lead. 10:20 to play in the first half. Dribbling with the left hand is TJ Wilson. Now the pass back up top. Here's Carlos Rankins. Left wing, CJ Ford. Triple. Not this time. Mounts with the box out in the defensive rebound. One and done for the Rams. Hinton running the point for the Braves. He takes it across the timeline with his left hand. Now to the right wing. Pass to the opposite side, right to Mounts on the left block. Up top, Winford, up fake, driving with the left hand. Over to Mounts, double team comes. He hooks through. Right-handed hook shot is good. What a move by Carson Mounts. And it's a 1-point Rams lead.
And just a good, solid post move that time to get through the traffic and find an open look at the basket.
Rams will look to make some substitutions. They probably want to bring some more starters back in the game. Braves doing a nice job with a bench unit right now. 9:35 to play in the first half. Rams up 13-12. Picking up his dribble on the left elbow. Pass going to the left corner. This is Wilson with the jab step. McAllister trying to drive on right. A lot of contact, no whistle. And the Braves come away with a steal. Hinton emerges with the ball. Going up the right sideline, no numbers there for the Braves. He slows it down, now finds Winford on the right block. Spins to the middle, lost the ball as he went up, and they'll call the shooting foul. Brandon Winford working the low block, and the Braves have the size advantage right now with this lineup.
Yeah, it seems like Ben Miller has found a way to exploit some of the weaknesses on the Rams team, and it's been going with this big lineup with Winford and Mounts down low, and even Wright Hinton running the point, kind of a bigger guard. Of course, Bradley out there plays a lot bigger than he actually is as well.
Winford can't hit the first free throw, so the score remains 13-12 Winston-Salem State as that one hit the back rim and bounced out. Free throw struggles recently here for Brandon Winford. He was just 1 of 3 from the line in that loss to Mount Olive, and also 1 of 7 from the floor. Generally a pretty good free throw shooter, hovering near 70% on the season. A guy who shot 80% last year when he was named to the All-Peach Belt Conference team as a junior in 2015. Second free throw here for Winford for the tie. It's good. And with 9:15 to go in the first half, we're tied at 13. Braves pick up full court. Carlos Rankins, a long pass to midcourt. That's one way to break a press. Here's Harrison. Sails baseline, makes a long, dangerous pass, and the long jump shot good for 2. Jamel McAllister, 15-13 Rams. Bradley going quickly, gets past 1, pass to the right corner. Watts for 3, and the lead, not this time. Mounts tips the rebound up in the air. Rams chase it down, and a nice dribble move there by Harrison to get past Bradley. 5-on-4 break. Going towards the basket, Winford steps in and takes the charge. Great defense by the Braves.
Beautiful by Winford. He's been doing a good job on the defensive side of things, waiting to get it going offensively, but defensively tonight had the big block earlier and then got himself in perfect position to take that charge that time, made sure he was outside the restricted area, and got his feet set and let the rest happen from there.
Braves assistant coach, that's Drew Richards, had a word with the official there. As he also wanted to clean up a little bit of a wet spot on the basketball, allowing some time for a wet spot on the floor to be mopped up as well. We're ready to get going once again. 8:45 to play first half. Rams 15, Braves 13. Hinton running point for the Braves. Finds Watts on the right wing. Handoff goes back to Hinton. Back up top, Watts. He's got plenty of room to work. Getting towards the basket, and he'll call the offensive foul as he got the basket. It's not going to count, though, as he made a nice, tough layup. And instead, they will call the offensive foul on Brandon Watts. His first. And that's a tough call for the Braves to swallow. That one much less obvious. That one much closer to being something you could say could have gone either way.
Certainly, but now these two teams trading charging fouls. So that's going to be the first one charged against Watts tonight. 5 fouls for each team in this first half so far.
Very evenly played game so far. Carson Mounts goes back to the bench. James Murray Boyles checks back in. Braves have had some success with those bigger lineups. They leave Winford out there. Held at the Brave head logo by the Rams. Carlos Rankins makes the pass to the left wing to Harrison. Now back over to Rankins. Hinton guards him. Down to 10 to shoot. Over to the right side, Harrison. Now back up top, Rankins. Driving with the left hand on Hinton. Steps back. Free throw line. Nearly stolen. Now going up the shot. Blocked by Winford. He gets it back. And the Braves force the turnover. Here they come. Hinton running in transition. Free throw line jump shot. It's good, and we've got a tie ball game. Kashin Hinton takes it himself and knocks down the J.
Set up nicely by the second block of the night for Brandon Winford.
15-15, under 8 to play in the first half. Getting into the lane. Floater from the free throw line. Good. Jamel McAllister. And the Rams take the lead right back. 17-15. 7:42 to play in the first half. Hinton again on the right wing. He's got Watts to his right, doesn't give it to him. Goes over to the left side, Bradley. Looking to the low block, trying to feed Winford, doesn't do it. Free throw line jump shot for Bradley off the bounce. It's good. That shot's been money for the Braves today, and it's tied at 17 again. 7:24 to go in the first half. Teams knocking down shots from that free throw line area. Up top, Rankins steps through a defender, pass to the right wing. McAllister might have gotten away with the travel there. Now along to, he passes it off. Crandell from the right block, around the rim, no good. Rebound tipped around, Rams get it back. Good hustle there, they get it back to Harrison, and they reset their offense. A fresh 30 on the shot clock, 7 minutes to play in the first half, as we're tied at 17. Bounce pass to Rankins on the far side. Now on the wing, McAllister. He holds behind his back, waiting for a pass up top. They let it get to Harrison. Now Rankins, guarded by Hinton. Inside the arc, it goes to Armstrong. Armstrong working against Winford, lowers the shoulder, puts up the hook shot, no good. Winford fought for the rebound, and he was fouled. Brandon Winford gets helped up by a couple teammates. Braves will get the ball back when we come back. 6:43 to play in this first half. Braves have battled back after a slow start. We're tied at 17. You're listening to UNCP Braves basketball.
1887 by American Indians to provide education to the local community to ensure a pathway to success. Today, we're part of the world-renowned University of North Carolina system, but the spirit of our founding still guides us. Our strong academics are exemplified by standout programs in education, athletic training, business, and nursing, and by students working with professors on groundbreaking research. Explore the brave spirit today. At the University of North Carolina at Pembroke, our student athletes find balance between their academic and athletic activities. With graduation rates higher than the national average, our athletes excel in academics and have won the Peach Belt Conference President's Academic Award twice in the last 4 years. Since 2009, 43 athletes have been named NCAA All-Americans, and last year, 40 made All-Conference. Catch their winning spirit and support the Braves.
Back in Pembroke at the English E. Jones Center, Braves and Rams playing just for the second time all time in the second meeting of the season between the two teams. UNCP trying to battle against a Rams team. Braves playing without Quamaine Rose for the rest of the season. Rose was the hero in regulation in the first meeting between the two teams, knocked down a 3 in the final seconds that sent it to overtime, where the Braves ultimately went on to win 89-80. This one, a different feel, playing in Pembroke after final exams are over. A much less raucous crowd here than it was in Winston-Salem a couple weeks ago. Winford holds at the top of the key. So we're tied at 17, 6:30 to play in the first half. Mack, the catch 3, no good. Murray Boyle's offensive rebound. He goes up off the right block, and the shot's good. Braves have their first lead. It's 19-17.
It's a good job by Murray Boyles that time. Down, he was double-teamed, was able to grab the rebound and get the close-range shot.
Behind the back dribble of Rankins, pass to the right wing, Harrison. Rams not playing as fast as we expected them to, as this chess match has kind of gone back and forth between the two sides. To the left side, this is McAllister, pass up top. Down to 10 to shoot for the Rams. They finally get it inside the arc. Pass back outside. Rankins, wide open 3 ball, not this time. Winford grabs the rebound. Hands off to Mack. Mack pushes. Waiting for numbers to develop. It's not there. Pass goes to the left side. Bradley gets a screen from Winford. Now dribbles back outside. Back over to Winford. He dives on the floor to get the ball. Finds Murray Boyles under the basket, and he lays it in. What a nice play by Brandon Winford, getting the assist, giving the Braves a 21-14 lead. I thought for sure Winford was fouled there on that catch. He was being grabbed by the jersey. No whistle was called. Now down low, Murray Boyles brings a double team. Bradley brings the triple team. He steals the ball, and then he's fouled. It's the 7th team foul on the Rams. It sends Alex Bradley to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
And maybe not a terrible idea that time by the Rams to try and foul and stop a potential fast break from ending up happening with the Braves starting to seize momentum. You foul, you slow it down a little bit, and you send Alex Bradley to the line, though very good free throw shooter.
Bradley on the season, an 87% free throw shooter. Now that situation on the other end was set up because Winford was so strong in the block. His men trying to back down, taking a long time, allowed the defense to collapse on him. Finally get the steal. 7 turnovers in the game by Winston-Salem State, just 3 for the Braves. First free throw of a 1-and-1 for Alex Bradley is nothing but net. He'll get one more. 22-17, the Braves lead, 5:26 to go in the first half. Alex Bradley, a redshirt junior guard from Fayetteville, North Carolina, redshirted last year, averaged 4.5 points per game as a sophomore 2 years ago, and has played a much bigger role for the Braves this year, averaging almost 11 points a game. Second free throw hits every part of the rim and bounces out, so Bradley splits a pair of free throws. It's a 5-point Braves lead, 5:20 to go in the first half. Mack picking up on the other side of half court, then sags back off as the timeline broken by C.J. Ford. He directs traffic for the Rams, who suddenly just have 15 to shoot. They've been slow to get into their offense. To the free throw line, a great pass down low, mishandled by Armstrong and turned over. 8 turnovers now by the Rams. Watts in transition. Pass to Winford on the block. Right hook shot, no good. A lot of contact there. He looks to the ref for the foul. It wasn't there. Rams now pushing in transition. Looking for a bounce pass, stolen by Mack, and the Braves look to run. Mack taking it up the right wing. Fakes the behind the backpack. Goes up with a shot. It's good. The layup by Giovanni Mack. And the word layup does not do that shot justice.
Wow, what a play by Mack to fake the behind-the-back pass. Not an easy move at all. And then get to the hoop with that layup. A beautiful play. And it all started with a great defensive steal.
24-17, Braves lead. 4:30 to go. They're trying to seize momentum. On the right wing, it's Harrison for the Rams. Down to 8 to shoot. Lobs a pass back up top. Ford now to the free throw line with Crandell. Braves getting their hand in. 3 to shoot. Right wing 3-ball for Harrison around the rim and out. Strong rebound by Murray Boyles. It's poked away and stolen. Put back no good, and the Braves get the rebound right back. Mack in transition. Has Watts in the right corner. It's one dribble pull up from 18. It's good. Brandon Watts for 2. It's 26-17. The Braves on fire right now. Timeout, Rams. What a sequence, as James Wilhelmi, the coach of the Rams, is not happy with his team. And this will be just a 30-second timeout. As now Alex Bradley wants to go talk to the officials about something. I think they called a technical foul here. Alex Bradley will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Not quite sure on who the technical was called over on the Winston-Salem side.
Officially in the scorebook, a team technical foul, so that's probably on the coach.
Yeah.
And now the officials will break up that huddle from Winston-Salem State. They'd gone to the bench. I don't think a timeout was actually awarded. The Braves will take
odd.
it. And they'll take
Very
it either
odd.
way. 26-17, the UNCP lead. Alex Bradley at the free throw line. Not sure if this is a 1 or 2 shot technical foul. Back rim, no good on the free throw. And he should get one more, and he hands the ball back to the official. He will get one more free throw. Alex Bradley now just 1 of 3 from the stripe in this game. But both he and other Braves players are doing a lot of other things right in this game. 4:04 to go in the first half. Braves have seized control. Free throw up and good. Braves now on a 10-0 run. It's 27-17 as the Rams get the ball back. They need some buckets sooner rather than later. 4:04 still to go in this first half. We still have the under 4 media timeout, which could help the Rams break this Braves run. Bounce pass up the far sideline. It goes to Harrison. He picks up his dribble, throws to the free throw line. Pass down low, up fake, stripped by Winford, and Bradley with the steal. To Mack. Mack hop-stepping into the lane, lays it up and in. Giovanni Mack finishing in transition. 29-17 Braves. It's a 12-0 run.
And again, another great play on the defensive side by the Braves. That's almost been the story of this game.
Stolen at midcourt by Bradley. He tries a transition 3 straight away, not this time. Watts tips the rebound up. It's bouncing towards the corner. Who will they give the ball to? It's going to be Rams ball, and that really is a way to frustrate your team. It was a 3-on-1 break. Alex Bradley pulled up for a 3. Missed it. Ball bounced out of bounds. Rams will get it back. The good news for the Braves, they are up 12. There's 3:30 to go in the first half. But they need to go to the bench, and let's see if it cools them down. We'll be right back on the Braves Broadcast Network.
The Esther G. Maynard Honors College at UNC Pembroke offers driven students an advanced learning community to live, learn, and grow together while on campus. Our scholars not only take specialized honors courses as part of their general curriculum, but also enjoy regular co-curricular events on and off campus with access to opportunities exclusive to Honors College members. Find out more about our Maynard Honors College and our scholarships today.
A 12-0 run for the Braves. They have a 29-17 lead over the Winston-Salem State Rams. 3:30 to go in the first half. With Joe Vasile, I'm Cameron Songer on the Braves Broadcast Network. Braves out there with Bradley, Mack, Watts, Murray Boyles, and Winford. And this has been the lineup that's been giving the Braves success. Rams to inbound after the Braves miss. Braves, again, in that full court pressure look. And the Rams have been so slow to get into their offense. It's led them to take some bad looks. Reach-in foul here called on the Braves. Alex Bradley tried to reach in on the drive. They will call the foul on Bradley, his first, team 6th. That was the last one the Braves had to give. For the Rams, it will be McAllister to inbound. He has Crandell out there with Armstrong, Ford, Harrison, And McAllister, hitting with the left hand. Handoff goes to Harrison, driving with the right, slipped, lost the ball. Mack with a nice defense. And at the free throw line, they will call the travel. That was Jamel McAllister. Couldn't make a move with the ball there. Nice pressure defense by the Braves to force the turnover. Jahad Wright will check in for the Braves, replacing James Murray Boyles. Braves looking to go small once again. They had some success with that bigger lineup, but because of the way the Rams like to run, it's a liability trying to get that big man up and down the floor. And Brandon Winford's protected the basket so well, you can let him play the center spot. Mack on the left wing. Up top to right, over to the right wing, Bradley. Holding at the waist, looking down low. Watts, three ball from straight away. Not this time. Rebound being tipped around, controlled by the Rams. Harrison gobbles up the rebound. Passes up ahead, up the near sideline, Ford. He dribbles. Bradley will pick him up. Between the legs crossover move, doesn't give him any space. 20 to shoot, screen set. Braves able to work their way around it. Down to 2:34 to go in the first half. Braves up 29-17. Down to 12 to shoot for the Rams. Right side, Harrison. Bounce pass to the top of the key, Crandell. He holds above his head, trying to find the cutter. Free throw line jump shot, McAllister. Back rim, no good. Rebound high up in the air. And who else? Brandon Winford grabs another rebound. Mack up the far sideline. Now back towards the middle. Going back to the left wing. Bradley, wide open three. It's good. Alex Bradley with the beautiful assist by Giovanni Mack. 32-17 Braves lead. And this run spiraling out of control. 15-0 right now. 2 minutes exactly to go in this first half. Pass going to the left block. Going up with the tough shot. No, traveling called first. Another turnover. William Crandell slid his feet before he put the ball on the deck.
Boy, the Rams are just killing themselves offensively. Traveling violations, putting up bad shots, and a lot of it's because the Braves have kind of forced them out of their comfort zone over these last 6 minutes.
12 turnovers in the game by the Rams, just 3 for the Braves. Bounce pass, Winford, free throw line to the right corner, Mack. Had some room, thought about a three, didn't take it. Gets a screen, dribbling back with his left hand towards the top of the key. Now back up top, Bradley, a nice up fake. Pass going to the left side, Watts. He takes a long two off the bounce. Back rim, no good. Long rebound controlled by the Rams. Here comes Ford in transition. Braves hustle back defensively. Nice defense by Bradley to stop the transition. Down to 1:27 to play in the first half. Braves up 32-17. Top of the key, Harrison trying to drive on Mack. Gets to the basket, puts up the shot off the glass and in. Brandon Winford came out, and then the steal. Now Winford on defense, stopped the dunk, and TJ Wilson will get to the free throw line. Rare turnover there by the Braves. The pass was just behind Alex Bradley. Sneaking in for the steal was TJ Wilson, and it will be Wilson going to the free throw line. And the second foul called on Brandon Winford. That's the 7th one on the Braves, and it stopped an easy breakaway dunk. 1:15 left in the first half. Braves 32, Rams 19. Braves using that 15-0 run in the middle of the half to really build some separation. Now just trying to finish the half strong without getting any more players in some foul trouble. TJ Wilson at the free throw line, rattles home the first free throw. He's an 85% free throw shooter on the year, a junior from Caldwell Tech College by way of Charlotte, North Carolina. He has one more free throw. Wilson, a guy averaging about 7.5 points a game on the season. Sometimes a starter. Today he was not in that starting lineup. One more free throw for him off the back rim and then in. Mounts had the box out. He was ready to get that rebound, but didn't get the chance to. It's down to an 11-point Braves lead. Still 1:15 to go. Mounts inbounds to Mack. Now back to Mounts as the Rams are pressuring. Mounts is clearly uncomfortable with this situation. Long pass from Watts up to Bradley to the right wing. They break the press and now set up a half-court offense. Up top to Mack, holding near the Brave head logo at midcourt. Harrison comes out to guard him as we're under a minute to go. On the left wing right. Jab step, the pass goes up top to Watts. Now to the right wing, Mack. Mack fakes the pass, looking for a cutter, it's not there. Down to 5 to shoot for the Braves. Mack needs to go. 3, 2, up fake, what a move. Free throw line, double pump, jump shot is short, and it's an air ball. And the shot clock violation there on the Braves. He had cleared up some space with a great hesitation dribble, leapt up for the jump shot, and then another guy was coming at him. He had to double pump or else the shot was going to be blocked, then didn't have enough oomph on it. So a turnover by the Braves. 44 seconds left in the first half. Braves lead 32-21. Braves pick up full court defensively. Rams can't run the baseline on this pass. They bounce it into Jamel McAllister and then passes it back to C.J. Ford. Picked up by Alex Bradley. He runs with him step for step. Down a couple seconds left to get it across the timeline. They do. Pass to the far sideline. Harrison trying to spin baseline. Gets cut off, and then they call the pushing foul on Giovanni Mack as Harrison tried to spin back towards the middle and got sent to the hardwood. So a foul on the floor called on number 32, Giovanni Mack. It'll be his second, team's 8th, and a 1-and-1 opportunity for Damone Harrison. Harrison, the team's leading scorer so far this year, 15.1 points per game. He's bounced around a little bit in his collegiate career. Started at Labette Community College and came to Winston-Salem State from Northeastern State. Mack goes to the sideline with those 2 fouls. Kasheen Hinton checks back in. Braves on alert right now as this is a 1-and-1 opportunity. Just a 0.3 second difference between the shot and game clock. A violation before the free throw, and it was on the Rams, so the shot does not count. It went in, but the Rams had their foot in the lane before the release. You can't do that, and the Braves dodge a little bit of a bullet there.
Yeah, Jamel McAllister that time jumped a little bit too soon as he was trying to get in and get in good position for a potential rebound. Got called for the violation.
You don't see that called every day. It has to be particularly bad, and I didn't see the foot myself, but got to imagine it usually is if they're actually calling it. So 30.3 seconds left, 30 on the shot clock, and now there's a whistle. The inbounds pass was tipped by the man who was guarding inbound. Jamel McAllister had that long reach. Now the official's going to talk to the Rams bench, and I think they're probably just checking how much time should be on the clock. It's another technical foul as Alex Bradley will go to the free throw line. Kasheen Hinton was jawing at the official a little bit. You wonder if the contact is actually made with the basketball before it left the hands of the passer. That's a technical foul. That might be it. That's exactly what it is. So a technical foul on the Rams that puts Alex Bradley back at the free throw line. As the Braves will get free throws and the ball, as that technical foul was committed in a dead ball situation. It's the second technical of the game by the Rams, causing head coach James Wilhelmy in just his second season with the Rams to basically lose his mind over there on the Rams bench.
And understandably so. As a coach, to have 2 technical fouls against your team in a game, it's unacceptable.
Not just in a game and a half. Bradley rattles home the free throw. It was just a 1-shot foul. And now they reverse the ball, put it all the way back where it was. And the Braves will have to inbound. Still 30.3 seconds on the clock, so the result of that technical foul is a free point, and we'll start right back over where we were. That could be huge. Remember, the first game between these two teams went to overtime and ultimately was decided by 1 point. So even though it's a double-digit game right now, every point absolutely matters. Long pass looking for Bradley. It sails past him. Mounts almost had a shot at it. Rams get the steal. Coming back the other way. Shot blocked, what they called a foul. Mounts was there, so was Watts. We'll see who they called a foul on. C.J. Ford picked up a loose ball and ran the other way. It is called on Mounts. And that's the 9th team foul. Second foul on Carson Mounts. That's not as bad as it being the second foul, though, on Brandon Watts. He was also right there.
Yeah, it was Mounts who made the contact. Watts came in and kind of had a clean block at it afterwards, but it was after contact had already been made.
21 seconds left. First free throw good from the shooter C.J. Ford. Makes it a 33-22 game. Winford will check back in and replace Carson Mounts. Braves out there right now with Wright, Hinton. No, check that. They're going to send Hinton to the bench. So it'll be Mounts, Wright, Winford, Watts, and Bradley. Interesting. Braves going extra large on this last possession. They can hold for the last shot with 21 seconds left. 6 turnovers in the game by the Braves, 14 by the Rams. Second free throw also good, and we're at a 10-point game. 33-23, shot clock turned off, 21 seconds left. Winford to trigger, gets it into Bradley. Bradley pushing up the right side, steps back, clears some space, now dribbles back towards the middle. 3 defenders there, leaps in the air, makes the pass to Watts. Now they get it back to Bradley. 11 seconds left in the first half. Bradley directing traffic, spins past his man, gets to the top of the key. Free throw line jump shot is good. Alex Bradley did that himself. 35-23, 1 second left in the half. Rams get a last second shot off, but it's well short, and that is how the first half will end. Braves with a nice run in the middle of the half to take control, and they hold a 35-23 lead at the break. Halftime in Pembroke. We will step aside for a few minutes, and when we come back, it will be the UNCP Braves halftime report. You're listening to the Braves Broadcast Network.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. not the shiny, nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
We often get the question, where does the money go? More than 90% of NCAA revenue supports 89 championships and more than 1,100 member schools that give $2.7 billion in scholarships each year. Look around you. There are more than 450,000 student athletes competing every year, succeeding on the field, in the classroom, and in life. Bottom line, we put our money where our mission is.
What you've gained as a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
I guess sometimes things just happen. Devastating things. Your whole world changes in an instant. That's what happened to me the day my mother had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
The University of North Carolina at Pembroke was founded in 1887 by American Indians to provide education to the local community to ensure a pathway to success. Today, we're part of the world-renowned University of North Carolina system, but the spirit of our founding still guides us. Our strong academics are exemplified by standout programs in education, athletic training, business, and nursing, and by students working with professors on groundbreaking research. Explore the brave spirit today. At the University of North Carolina at Pembroke, our student-athletes find balance between their academic and athletic activities. With graduation rates higher than the national average, our athletes excel in academics and have won the Peach Belt Conference President's Academic Award twice in the last 4 years. Since 2009, 43 athletes have been named NCAA All-Americans, and last year, 40 made All-Conference. Catch their winning spirit and support the Braves.
Welcome back to Pembroke. It's the UNCP Braves halftime report as the Braves men's basketball team leads the Winston-Salem State Rams by a 35-23 margin. With Joe Vasile, I'm Cameron Songer. Thank you for joining us on the Braves Broadcast Network on a Monday night in Pembroke. It doesn't feel like December, Joe, does it?
No, it certainly doesn't. 73 degrees was the high today. It's going to be in the 70s all week here in North Carolina. It doesn't feel like we're, 11 days away from Christmas now? Is it? I've lost track. Although Mrs. Claus being here, I think, is about all.
That's the reminder we needed. Yeah, a lot of spirit here. We're playing some Christmas tunes here in the English E. Jones Center during halftime, during breaks of these games. It's a very festive atmosphere. A pretty good turnout for both sides. A lot of students, a lot of young people in the crowd for this game. Even though final exams wrapped up on Friday, graduation ceremonies were held on Saturday here on Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court. The community really coming out for this game, and the Braves putting on a nice show. They're up by 12 at the half, and let's talk about how they got there. they put on a 15-0 run in the middle of the half. That's often a good way to get a lead at halftime. It helps when Winston-Salem State has turned the ball over 14 times. But how about this? In the rebound margin, +7 Rams. I wouldn't have thought that unless I looked at the stats just from watching that first half.
Yeah, they've been doing a nice job cleaning up on the defensive side. 17 defensive rebounds to 15 total rebounds for UNCP in that first half. But the big difference, the reason why the Braves are out to such a big lead, is the turnovers. 14 turnovers for Winston-Salem State in the first half to just 6 for the Braves. And it's been the defensive effort of Brandon Winford. 3 blocks to go with 2 steals. Also, Alex Bradley with 4 steals of his own in that first half. Just very impressive. Pressure on that side has allowed the Braves to be able to just play their game and take this big lead.
And neither team's shooting particularly well from deep. Winston-Salem State 1 of 8 from downtown, and the Braves 2 of 11. So both teams kind of letting it fly and not really having much success. Braves also leaving some points at the free throw line. They're just 5 of 9 from the stripe. Winston-Salem State is a perfect 6 of 6. But then you look at the overall field goal percentage, and that explains the 12-point difference. Braves shooting 44% from the field. Rams shooting just a touch under 30% for that first half. You're not going to win too many basketball games, Joe, when you shoot less than 30% from the from the field.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's been done before. It'll probably happen again. I think the women's team came away with a victory shooting 28% in a game, but obviously that's the exception, not the rule. When it comes, you got to knock your shots down. Winston-Salem State hasn't been able to do that, and a lot of that is credit to the good defense that the Braves have played. They've guarded the interior very well, and obviously nobody's shooting well from outside.
Alex Bradley leads all scorers. He's got 12. You mentioned the 4 steals for him. No assists, but also no turnovers. Braves had just 6 turnovers there in that first half. Winford, again, another day where it's been a struggle for him from the field. He was 1 of 7 on Saturday, 0 for 4 from the field here today, and just 1 of 2 from the stripe. But he's done so much for the Braves other than scoring the basketball. At times he has been completely dominant, and he's not taking a lot of shots. He has 3 assists. One of them was just spectacular, where they tried to feed him in the low block. He was fouled. They didn't call it. He had to dive on the floor, from the floor, pass the ball off, and got the assist. He's blocked 3 shots, 2 steals as well for him. Just a great effort for Brandon Winford. The other thing to talk about in this game here for the Braves, no Tyler Cordenbrock in the starting lineup. We haven't seen him at all. A lot of that, I think, is a function of the way the Rams line up. They go pretty small, and they're so athletic. Ben Miller has, at least at the start of the game, he put James Murray Boyles in the starting lineup. It didn't really work. The Rams actually led for much of the beginning of the first half, then decided to go big and suddenly had a bunch of success.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is like you said, when the Braves put out the bigger lineup with Mounts out there, Hinton running the point even for a short period of time, things seem to work well. So maybe Cordenbrock not being in there, maybe there's some sort of nagging injury, and I don't want to speculate on anything that's forcing him out of the game or at least reducing his minutes and his availability. You never know what it is, but it's just kind of odd not to have seen him at least get a couple of minutes at some point in that first half, even if just to spell. The Braves have only had 8 players make it into this game. Usually they run a little bit deeper than that.
Yeah, the players who got in the game for the Braves got some significant minutes. Carson Mounts actually played, or Kashin Hinton actually played the least. He played 7 minutes. Carson Mounts played 8 minutes. Jihad Wright played 9, but then it was the starters. Mack, Bradley, Watts, Winford, and Murray Boyles all played 10+, led by Alex Bradley, who only got 2 minutes of rest for Winston-Salem State. They've also leaned on their starters quite a bit. Damone Harrison leading the way for them with 16 minutes. Jamel McAllister with 16 minutes off the bench. He's got 4 points on 2 of 4 shooting. As you look at the kind of what you would call the hustle stats, Braves kind of dominating all of those categories. 14 points in the paint compared to 10. 9 points off turnovers versus 4 for the Rams. 2-2 in second chance points. And the Braves getting out on the break, scoring 11 points in transition versus 7 for the Rams, and then 6 bench points each way. The score was tied 4 times, 2 lead changes. Rams led for almost 10 minutes. Braves led for just 7 minutes and 24 seconds. But they went on that 15-0 run, and that absolves you of a lot of sins. And that's a good way to build a nice 12-point halftime lead like the Braves have right now.
Yeah, 15-0 run, obviously. That's the big thing for the Braves. But also 2 technical fouls against Winston-Salem State in that first half. One was on a baseline violation. That was the one that was against Jamel McAllister for tipping a pass before it got past the baseline. The other one was, well, we're not really sure what it was on. It must have been some kind of jawing against the coach, but it was a timeout that looked like it might have been taken, but that it wasn't. It was the technical foul, and they've shot themselves in the foot a couple of times with some unforced turnovers, and they've got to play more disciplined basketball in the second half if they want to try and close this 12-point lead for the Braves. And obviously, if you're UNCP, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, 35-23 at the break. The Rams with those 14 turnovers, leading to 9 Braves points. The Braves just 5 of 9 from the free throw line, so it could be worse for the Rams, and neither team shooting particularly well, especially from deep. The score once again at halftime, 35-23, as we begin our look now around the country. Some scores in some other action. Starting around the Peach Belt Conference, a final score in men's basketball. Georgia Southwestern hosting a non-league game as they fall to Emmanuel, Georgia, 95-68. On the women's side, Lander, they continue their really strong run. On the women's side, they defeated UNCP in the Peach Belt Conference opener for both teams. The only home loss for the Braves women's basketball team. They dominate Lees McRae 111-80. Not often you see a women's basketball team put up 111 points, but the Lander team so good. Also in women's basketball action, North Georgia 81, Reinhardt 34. These are also non-conference games. The UNCP women's basketball team is not a bad team, but the Peach Belt Conference in women's basketball is just so good. You can see how it might be something of a long season for the Braves. The next broadcast, mentioned it earlier, UNCP women's basketball on Thursday, at the beginning of a doubleheader. They'll be taking on Columbus State, the pretty much unanimous pick preseason to win the Peach Belt Conference, a top 25 team. That'll be a serious test for the Lady Braves, but I digress. Still another half of basketball here, and need to continue talking about some of the other games going on here in the Peach Belt Conference. One other women's basketball game in action right now on the women's side. Georgia Southwestern, the Peach Belt Conference, on the road in a non-conference game. They're losing to Fort Valley State after 3 quarters, 46-36. In men's basketball, we've got this game, which is a 35-23 lead for the Braves, and then a couple of other later starts here for men's basketball. They don't have live stats for. Limestone at North Georgia and Flagler at Florida Tech. Those are your scores from around the Peach Belt Conference, and a pretty busy Monday night around the league. Teams trying to get in those last couple tune-up games before conference play really gets going this week.
And it's always important to win those last few tune-up games, and that's redundant because it's important to win every game. But it's always important to win those last few tune-up games right before you head into conference play to keep the momentum going and to at least get spirits high going into that. You never like entering the crucial conference games, especially the first ones, on a downswing with your team on a low. You want to finish high in non-conference play before you get into that.
No top 25 men's college basketball games in action tonight. We'll bring you some NBA scores really quick. Nearing halftime, Indiana Pacers leading the Toronto Raptors 44-32. Orlando Magic lead the Nets 19-16. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter there in Brooklyn. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter in Detroit. The Clippers lead the Pistons 22-15. And then a bunch of other later starts tonight in the NBA. A pretty busy slate in the association. Heat at Hawks, Sixers at Bulls, Wizards at Grizzlies, Suns at Mavs, Jazz at Spurs, Rockets at Nuggets, and Pelicans at Trailblazers. But the game you want to watch and the game you want to listen to is right here. Braves and Winston-Salem State Rams. It's 35-23 at the break. 1 more minute here before the start of the second half. We will step aside. This has been the UNCP Braves halftime report. When we come back, second half action between the Braves and the Rams. It's a 12-point Braves halftime lead, and we'll be right back. Second half about to get underway on Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court on the campus of UNC Pembroke. With Joe Vasile, I'm Cameron Songer on the Braves Broadcast Network. Braves men's basketball with a 35-23 lead over the Winston-Salem State Rams after 20 minutes of play. We've got 20 more minutes here. Braves looking for a season sweep of the Rams and also to snap a kind of ugly losing streak right now for the black and gold.
Yeah, 3-game losing streak heading into this game. Braves, though, with a comfortable 12-point lead. They blew a lead in the second half on Saturday against Mount Olive, trying to hang on to this one.
It was not a 12-point halftime lead.
That's
12,
true.
12 is a pretty big halftime lead. Up top for the Rams. Nice pass down low. Winford got his hands on it. It's bouncing around. Rams maintain possession. Right wing, up fake by Harrison, and he slows it back down. 15 to shoot here for the Rams as we're just getting going in the start of the second half. Jab step, Harris. Now back to the right wing, Harrison. 3-ball. Short, no good. Watts sails in for the rebound for the Braves. One and done for the Rams. Bradley pushing. Getting to the free throw line. Floater from the free throw line, not this time. And the defensive rebound by Harrison. Winford a little slow to get back. It doesn't matter. Murray Boyles intercepts a pass. Braves running 4-on-2. Murray Boyles on the pass. No look pass to Winford. He goes up with a shot and it's good. Brandon Winford lays it in. Braves go up 37-23, 19-15 to play. Harrison up the near sideline. Pass goes back up top. And almost back court there. CJ Ford just barely got his tiptoes into the front court. 17 to shoot for the Rams. They go around the perimeter from right to left. It's held on the far sideline by CJ Ford. Skip pass to the right corner. Going baseline up with the shot and rattling in Damone Harrison. So that shot was nearly blocked. 37-25. Braves back on offense. Each team exchanging buckets early in the second half. Winford on the right block. Fall away jump shot. Front rim. Not this time. And the defensive rebound by Keith Armstrong. Here come the Rams. 18:40 to go in the second half. Pass to the right corner. 3-ball. And it rattles in. Rayvon Harris for a 3. And we're back down under 10. 37-28 now. Rams picking up at half court. Ready to trap Alex Bradley, who stands in the corner. Now the pass back up top to Mack. It's a dangerous spot to hold the ball, and he gets rid of it. Mack standing near midcourt, and now we'll get a whistle. And looks like they're going to have to sub out Alex Bradley. This is probably, he might be bleeding from his face somewhere, or his shoulder.
Yeah, Bradley hit the deck defensively on the last possession, which is what allowed Harris to get so wide open in the corner for the 3. And perhaps feeling some lingering issues of that and allowing him to come out.
Kasheen Hinton checks back in, and boy, the Braves cannot afford to lose another starting guard on this lineup. Already had Quamaine Rose with that injury in the game against Fayetteville State. He's out for the year with a leg injury. Alex Bradley just kind of stretching out there on the sidelines. Hinton, the pass to the left wing, Watts. Braves have just 10 to shoot. Winford sets the screen. Hinton dribbles back up top, down to 6 shoot. Nice dribble move behind the back. Almost lost it, feeding down low Winford, but the travel on the pass, and the Braves turn it over. Their 7th turnover of the game. Hinton will exit and be replaced by Jihad Wright, so Ben Miller didn't like the look that Kasheen Hinton gave his team. Now the Braves will pick up at half court. Brandon Watts will guard the ball handler. 37-28, the Braves lead. 2 minutes off the second half clock. Dribbling near midcourt is Ford for the Rams. Pass to his left. Now driving the lane, Wilson. He gets bumped on his way up for the shot. No good. We'll see if they call it in the act of shooting. I believe they will. And it's called on Brandon Watts, his second, team's first foul of the second half. To the line for 2 free throws, junior guard T.J. Wilson. Wilson averaging 7.6 points per game this season. He was an all-state junior college performer at Caldwell Technical College. Now stepping his game up to the NCAA D2 level. First free throw off the back rim and no good. Alex Bradley still on the sidelines right now for the Braves following that injury timeout. But is sitting right next to assistant coach Drew Richards. Probably ready to check back in any minute now. Second free throw now. Around the rim, and this time it's good, and we're down to an 8-point Braves lead. It's 37-29. Rams in the full court pressure. Murray Boyles holds over his head. Frees up some space over behind the back dribble. Passes to Watts. It gets tipped away right into the hands of Winford. Back up top to Watts. Braves have 20 to shoot. They can reset the offense.
Lucky bounce that time for the Braves. The ball was poked out, but went right to Brandon Winford.
Handoff goes to Mack in the left corner. Driving baseline. Tries a pocket pass to the corner. Who touched it last? Braves will maintain possession. They were looking for Murray Boyles down low. Bunch of Rams players had their hands in there. And I'm not sure actually any of them touched it. Murray Boyles might have gotten a fingertip on it as well. That did take an odd carom out of bounds right to the corner. Braves will have 10 to shoot, 17:30 to go in the ball game. 37-29, UNC Pembroke lead. Right to Trigger, into Mack. He spins away from a double team, takes it back to the top of the key, but the Braves now just have 5 to shoot. Mack, hesitation move, long two. It's good. Giovanni Mack off the bounce, and that makes it 39-29 Braves. Giovanni Mack continues his hot shooting. He's got 9 points. Second on the team behind just Alex Bradley, who leads all scorers with 12. Picking up the dribble near midcourt is Ford. Pass going to the left wing where it's held by Rayvon Harris. Up top, Harrison driving on Mack. Fall away layup off the right block, no good. Murray Boyles, the freshman, with the rebound, hands it off to Mack. Mack pushing up the far sideline, no numbers there for the Braves. He takes it to the right wing, open three ball from the right side, back rim no good. Watts sails in for the offensive rebound. He lays it in, and they'll call the goaltend. Shot bounced in anyway as a Rams player grabbed the rim like he was holding on after a dunk. And the Braves get the 2 points, 41-29 UNCP.
Yeah, that was not a play that is going to make James Wilhelmy very happy. Like I said, the ball bounced in anyway, but just completely unnecessary to grab the rim there.
Looked like the old NBA Street video games where you would just hang out under the basket and try to swat the ball. Rams in transition. The three ball rattles out. A good look in the left corner for McAllister, but he couldn't get it to fall. Now the Braves trying to capitalize. Up top to Winford. Hand off to Mack. Now Mack operating. Pass to the right wing, Watts. Tight defense on him. He drives with the left hand to the free throw line. Picks up his dribble. Left corner. Left wing, Mack, looking down low, Winford, gets the pass to him on the left block. Back out Mack, open three with 6 on the shot. He's fouled and one! A 4-point play opportunity for Giovanni Mack. What a pass by Winford. What a better shot by Giovanni Mack. It's 44-29 Braves, 6:14 to play in the second half. And folks, you're about to witness a potential 4-point play pending this free throw. Wow.
And you mentioned a couple times the last few games how the Braves burned Mack's red shirt. I don't think Ben Miller's regretting that at all.
Not right now. He says the free throw good. Giovanni Mack completes the 4-point play, and the Braves have the biggest lead of the game. It's 45-29 with 16 minutes and change to go in the ball game. To the left wing. Step through move, Harrison. He drives left baseline, puts up the shot. It bounces out. Rebound tipped around. Jihad Wright grabs the rebound after it bounces up towards the elbow. Mack up the far sideline. Murray Boyles calling for it at the top of the key. They get it to him. To the middle. Murray Boyles goes to the basket, draws the blocking foul, and with 15:52 remaining in the second half, Braves up 45-29. It will be James Murray Boyles shooting free throws when we come back. A timeout on the floor. We'll be right back. You're listening to UNCP Braves men's basketball.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny, nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
.52 to go in the ball game with Joe Vasile. I'm Cameron Songer. It's been a good one for the Braves since about the halfway point of the first half where something seemed to click. Braves went on a 15-0 run and now have the lead as large as it's been. It's 45-29. James Murray Boyles at the free throw line, and that's good news for the Braves.
It certainly is. Murray Boyles, the best free throw shooter on this team, 96% on the season.
And he made a bunch of free throws in that opening weekend. I believe 16 for his first 16. It was a couple weeks before he even missed a free throw on the season. He's missed just one. He doesn't miss there. Swishes home the first free throw. Murray Boyles now up to 7 points, and the Braves up to 46 as a team. Couple dribbles for Murray Boyles as he lines up the second free throw. And knocks it down. 47-29. Braves lead, just about 4 minutes off the second half clock. Braves out there with Mack, Watts, Murray Boyles, Wright, and Winford. They showed a little bit of a zone press. Now they back off it. It's taken across midcourt by C.J. Ford, dribbling at the Brave head logo. Already 15 seconds off the shot clock here for the Rams. They get it to the elbow. Mishandled. Now the pass to Harrison. Right wing over to Ford. Down to 8 to shoot for the Rams. Bounce pass to the left wing. McAllister driving left baseline. Double team comes. Takes it to the corner. He's in trouble. 2 seconds left. 1. They need to make something happen. It's tipped away. Steal not completed. Braves force the shot clock violation.
Another good defensive play by the Braves to come up with another turnover from Winston-Salem State. But Cameron, since the last time this game was tied, 17-17, Braves have outscored the Rams 30-12 since the middle of that first half.
Well, that's almost as impressive as 15-0. Giovanni Mack with the nice dribble. Over to the right wing, Watts. He puts on the deck once, long 2 from 18 feet, swish. Brandon Watts, that's a no, yes kind of jump shot. Braves go up by 20. It's 49-29, just under 5 minutes, or just over 5 minutes off the clock in the second half. Screen set at the top of the key. Ford, the pass over to Wilson. It was nearly tipped away. Wilson lost the ball as he went up. They'll call the foul. See who they hit with that foul. The Braves have done a nice job of staying out of foul trouble in this game. They haven't committed a lot of turnovers, and they've done a better job of knocking down some shots. Foul called on number 3, Alex Bradley, his second, and the team's first foul here in the second half. They played 5 minutes of clean basketball. (49-29) Braves lead, 14:47 to go. At the line for 2 free throws for the Rams is T.J. Wilson. He hits the first. As Carson Mounts checks in for the Braves, Brandon Watts will get a quick breather. Turnovers becoming a problem for the Rams. 16-8 in that category. That's not a category you want to lead, Joe.
No, absolutely not. That's probably about the one category that you don't want to be in the lead for.
Well, fouls and maybe also technical fouls. Rams also leading in technical fouls, 2-0.
And regular fouls. They hit the trifecta.
Mack dribbling near midcourt after the second free throw was no good. Braves lead is 19. Mack on the right side, up top to Wright. Wright dribbling with the left hand, going down the left side of the lane, lays it in and one. Everything falling for the Braves here tonight. Jahad Wright will go to the line to complete a three-point play. It's 51-30. Braves turning this one into a blowout. Fourth foul against Winston-Salem State. And they'll bring on a host of substitutions, just looking for some answers, looking to try to change something up and spark a little bit of a run because they're staring right now at a 21-point deficit. Jahad Wright at the free throw line for 1 free throw. He's got 3 points in the game. Lines it up and knocks it down. 52-30, Braves lead. And this lead continuing to grow for the Braves. This is as big as it's been at 22. 14:24 to go. Bradley picking up at half court on the ball handler, Carlos Rankins. Rankins the pass to the right side, Damone Harrison, guarded by Giovanni Mack. 15 to shoot for the Rams. He picks up his dribble. Pass goes up top. Harris after the bounce pass. Wright guards him to the left side. Jerome Simmons. Mack giving him plenty of room to the left corner. Crandell, handoff, goes to Harrison. Pass tipped and stolen away. Winford up the far sideline. Trying to maintain his balance. He does. Lays it up and in and one. Brandon Winford going coast to coast. Are you kidding me? Everything going right for the Braves. It's 54-30. Carson Mounts goes to help him up right near the UNCP cheerleaders, and he fell too. Then Mounts gets up and then helps his teammate up as well.
Yeah, Brandon.
Smiles all around.
Yeah, I was going to say Winford and Mounts sharing a good laugh on that one. I think Brandon Winford was probably the last person to expect Brandon Winford to go coast to coast after a steal and finish with that layup. He was tiptoeing the sideline a little bit, but was able to finish, and now with a chance for a three-point play.
Winford at the line. There's 13:57 to go. This would make it a 25-point game, and he knocks it down. 55-30 right now is Brandon Winford up to 6 points. What a game this has been for the Braves. Exactly what the doctor ordered. C.J. Ford, guarded by Giovanni Mack. He's not doing much with the ball right now, just pounding into the hardwood. Gets a screen. Braves get the switch. Leaping in the air, pass goes to the right side. Three-point attempt, Rankins. Not this time. Winford with the strong rebound in 3 defenders, and he zips it up the floor. Mack Braves have numbers. Mack up the right side of the lane, lays it in, no good. Right there for the tip-in with the right hand on the left block. Braves had numbers, and they ultimately scored. 57-30. I'm stunned that James Wilhelmi hasn't called a timeout, I don't know, about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, with your team down 27 and not really showing any signs of life on either side of the ball, you figure you call a timeout just to regroup a little bit.
Rankin's on the left side. Left corner it goes to McAllister. He jab step. They pass it back out. Down to 11 to shoot for the Rams. Held by Ford on the right side. Bradley guards him. Getting a screen up top. They get the switch to the right or to the left side. Driving with the right hand. They'll call the foul on the floor. There was down to 4 on the shot clock. Rams up the lay, but it missed. And they will hit the foul on the Braves. It'll be the third team foul on UNCP. And it's on Jihad Wright, just his second. All 5 Braves out there right now have 2 fouls. It's Bradley, Wright, Mounts, Mack, and Winford. Pass up top, and they'll call a foul, a reach-in on that drive and pass. And just like that, I jinxed it. Someone now picking up their 3rd foul. It's called on number 32, Giovanni Mack. Mack has 13. As that ball stolen, they get it out ahead to Mack, and there's no one back to stop him. He'll just finger roll it up and in, and it's now a 29-point Braves lead, 59-30, after another Winston-Salem State turnover. That's number 19.
Little flashy Statue of Liberty move to the basket that time by Mack, hoisting the ball up and then rolling it home.
Correction, just 18 turnovers by the Rams right now.
Oh, that's all?
Ford on the right side, 12:27 to go in the ball game. To the left side, Rankins. He drives with the right hand, right at Mounts, and he gets it to fall. Carson Mounts had him wrapped up pretty nicely, but he still gets the layup to fall. 59-32. Bradley in transition, sends it to the left corner. It's Jihad Wright for 3. No good. Defensive rebound by the Rams. First miss in a while there for the Braves. Here come the Rams. Braves back defensively, though, so no transition buckets for them. Ford to Rankins. Rankins at the top of the key, thought about a 3, gets the switch. Mounts comes out to guard him. To the right wing, it's McAllister. Long 2, around the rim and out. Offensive rebound, put back up and in by Jerome Simmons. Braves careful not to pick up another foul there. 11:47 to go. It's 59-34 Braves. Bradley now dribbling, taking it across midcourt. Rams back-to-back buckets now to stop what had been a very long Braves run. Over to Winford. Handoff goes to Bradley on the right side. Crosses over away from the double team. 14 to shoot. Gets a screen from Mounts. Takes it to the free throw line. Finds Winford left block. Hop step. Goes up. Lays it up. And can't get the roll. Mounts trying to get the tip in. Rebound by Wright. He lays it up and in. Jihad Wright on the follow. It's 61-34 Braves.
Tenacious play by Wright through a lot of traffic, getting the second chance bucket to fall.
11:13 to go. Rams have it in the right corner. Behind the back move, McAllister doesn't go anywhere with it. Back to Rankins, up to the top of the key where it's held by Crandell. To the left side, the pass goes over to Ford, and now here's a timeout by Winston-Salem State. 11:06 to go. 15 left on the shot clock. Braves up 61-34, and we'll be right back.
We often get the question, where does the money go? More than 90% of NCAA revenue supports 89 championships and more than 1,100 member schools that give $2.7 billion in scholarships each year. Look around you. There are more than 450,000 student athletes competing every year, succeeding on the field, in the classroom, and in life. Bottom line, we put our money where our mission is.
What you've gained as a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Back in Pembroke, Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court, home sweet home for the Braves. One way to snap a losing streak is with a dominant performance that the Braves seem to be having here today against the Winston-Salem State Rams. 61-34 is the score with 11:06 remaining in the ball game. With Joe Vasile, I'm Cameron Songer. That was a called timeout. We still haven't had the under 12 media timeout, so on the next dead ball, get ready for another timeout. We're just warning you in advance. 15 on the shot clock here. The Rams looking to go. Bradley guards the ball handler. Pass goes out to the right side. Rankins driving towards the lane. Kortenbrock sails in for the block. Doesn't get it. They call the foul and 1. Carlos Rankins lays it up and in. Knocks it down. He'll get to the free throw line for 1 more. And And that will take us to that aforementioned media timeout. So guess what? We're going right back to a break. 61-36, the Braves have the lead, and we'll be right back once again.
I guess sometimes things just happen. Devastating things. Your whole world changes in an instant. That's what happened to me the day my mother had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
The University of North Carolina at Pembroke was founded in 1887 by American Indians to provide education to the local community to ensure a pathway to success. Today, we're part of the world-renowned University of North Carolina system, but the spirit of our founding still guides us. Our strong academics are exemplified by standout programs in education, athletic training, business, and nursing, and by students working with professors on groundbreaking research. Explore the brave spirit today.
All right, both the first call timeout of the second half and the under 12 media timeout out of the way. Should get a nice uninterrupted stretch of basketball right now. 10:58 to play in the ball game. With Joe Vasile, I'm Cameron Songer. Braves holding a 61-36 lead. And one opportunity here for Carlos Rankins as he got the layup to fall. And then the foul was called on Tyler Kortenbrock, who just checked into the game. So Rankins at the line to shoot one. That foul was the fifth on the Braves. Free throw no good. And the strong rebound by Jahad Wright gets it up ahead to Alex Bradley, who slows it back down. He'll walk it up the floor for the black and gold. Braves going from right to left across the floor on Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court. Pass goes to the left wing, Jahad Wright. Up top, Murray Boyles. They work it around from left to right. Now it's held by Bradley at the waist. Looking down low for Kortenbrock. They get it to him. He comes out to the right block. Now back up top, Bradley. A deep three straight away. Not this time. Wright gets the rebound, though, for the Braves. Lays it up from the left block and makes it fall. Jahad Wright crashing the offensive glass and getting another bucket to fall. 63-36. 10:30 to play. Up top, the Rams got to go quickly on offense to cut into this lead. They don't appear to be in any hurry. Ford pounds it into the deck a couple times, sends it over to Rankins on the far side. Behind the back dribble, gets a screen to the elbow. Now leaving it down low, sailing in for a two-handed dunk and one. TJ Wilson put that on his highlight reel. He just put Tyler Kortenbrock on a poster on that one, though, Joe.
Yeah, not a poster that I would assume would make it a Kortenbrock's dorm room. 2 fouls that he's picked up being in the game for all of 52 seconds.
He goes straight back to the bench. The Braves now will run with Winford, Murray Boyles, Wright, Watts, and Bradley. That was the lineup that had so much success for the Braves. Haven't seen much of Carson Mounts here in the second half. Ben Miller giving Tyler Kortenbrock an earful on the Braves bench as he now allowed back-to-back and ones for the Rams. TJ Wilson at the line trying to complete the three-point play. He can't do it. And the free throw no good, but the offensive rebound for the Rams. It bounces around, and the Braves reach in, and it will send the Rams right back to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. Boy, that's the last thing you want to see if you're a Braves fan. In control of this game. It's a 25-point game, and the Rams in the bonus with still more than 10 minutes to go. You just want the game to keep going and cruise to the finish. Don't let the Rams build a couple points. Score points with the clock stopped. And as the free throw up and good for Carlos Rankins, that's kind of the worst-case scenario for the Braves, as the Rams scoring points with the clock stopped. 18 turnovers in this game by the Rams, leading to 18 Braves points. Braves have done a solid job taking care of the ball, just 8 turnovers leading to 5 Rams points. Rebound tipped out after the missed shot, and the Braves will get it after TJ Wilson was boxed out. Kind of reached over the shoulder of Brandon Winford, tipped it out of bounds. Murray Boyles to trigger for the Braves, 10-10 remaining in the ball game. Braves up 63-39. Inbounds pass goes to the corner. Watts was double-teamed, had his pass tipped out of bounds. The Braves maintained possession just 2 seconds off the clock there.
Yeah, the Rams were able to trap Watts in the corner that time, but he had the heads-up play to throw it off of one of the Rams defenders and out of bounds.
Murray Boyles back to Watts, over to Murray Boyles. Now up the left sideline, Winford hands it off Bradley. Rams looking to trap. They get into the hands of the ball handler, Alex Bradley. He runs the point so well for the Braves. He dribbles around, takes it back up top, near midcourt for the Braves. Shooting the passing lane. Rams nearly got a steal. They tipped it out of bounds. Good hands by TJ Wilson. They were looking for Murray Boyles in front of the Braves bench. Braves will get the ball back on the inbound. 9:53 remaining in the game. 14 on the shot clock. Braves up 63-39. Right inbounds to Watts. Braves have just 12 to shoot now. Looking for Bradley. Can't get it to him. Murray Boyles from the left elbow. Going into a double team. Puts it up. And they'll call the offensive foul. Can't do that, James Murray Boyles is lowering the shoulder, going at 2 defenders. That's a pretty obvious offensive foul. His second personal, 8th team foul, but since it's an offensive, it's not a bonus situation.
Yeah, it looked like Keith Armstrong got a mouthful of James Murray Boyle's right elbow that time as he was going to take it in. Gonna mop up the floor a little bit and get it right back to the Rams.
A replay of that play, you would use it as an ad for a mouth guard.
We're doing a lot of ads tonight. First for posters, now for mouth guards.
All generic, though. No brand names mentioned here. McAllister, dribbling with the left hand, turns the corner, missed the shot, and they'll call the offensive foul. Has a nice job there to step in and take the charge. That's Alex Bradley. He's not the biggest guy on the floor, but he is all over the place for the Braves. 5'7", 160, redshirt junior guard from Fayetteville, North Carolina, making the play and forcing the turnover. Another wet spot under the basket that the Rams are attacking, so we'll get a quick break to mop that spot up. Braves still have Murray Boyles, Bradley, Wright, Watts, and Winford out there as they attack the basket on the left side of the court. They have a 63-39 lead with 9:35 remaining in the game. Wright to inbound. He finds Watts up ahead to Winford. They've got Murray Boyles, who's trying to hang out under the basket. They couldn't get it to him. Nice job by the Rams to recover defensively. Bradley splits the defenders, finds Murray Boyles on the right wing. Up fake, long 2, left it short. Winford the offensive rebound. Braves get it back. Bradley tries the quick 3, and it's good. Alex Bradley from downtown. He's got 15. Braves go up 66-39. In fact, the Rams are building a little bit of momentum, and Alex Bradley puts a swift end to that. 9:08 to play. Inside the arc, it's held by Wilson. Braves swarm around him. They pass it back outside. 16 to shoot for the Rams. Left wing, Ford. Gets past a couple defenders. Floater from the elbow, no good. Bradley with the rebound. He tiptoes the baseline and turns the corner, going back the other way. Bradley crosses over to the right hand, dribbling to the right wing. A little bit of a high step there as he dribbled that ball, just dribbling around all these defenders, not trying to get to the basket right now. Watts on the left side. Murray Boyles now left wing. Handoff goes back to Watts. Just near the left sideline. Winford sets the screen, down to 11 to shoot. Watts, top of the key jump shot, no good. He was just inside the arc, missed it. Rams come back the other way. Nice crossover. Ford spins towards the basket. Fouled as he goes up for the shot. It'll be 2 free throws for C.J. Ford. Putting the spin cycle on as he got to the right block, missed the shot.
And a beautiful take by Ford that time. You mentioned that great spin move that he utilized to try to get to the basket. Ended up drawing a ton of contact right as he was coming out and was about to go up for his shot.
8:24 remaining in the game. 66-39 is the UNCP lead. C.J. Ford shooting 2 shots for the Winston-Salem State Rams. Off the front rim and in. And he'll have one more. Rams 5-2 this season. Undefeated since that loss to UNCP in the middle of November. Braves 5-4 and riding a 3-game losing streak. Second free throw rattling in as that hit every part of the rim and dropped as C.J. Ford makes both free throws. It's a 25-point game, 8:29 to go. Ford will go to the bench. Damone Harrison checks back in for the Rams. Senior guard from Houston, Texas, averaging 15.1 points per game. Long inbounds, gets to Murray Boyles near midcourt. No numbers here for the Braves. Pass fake, he gets it over to Bradley. And Ben Miller will call the play for the Braves. Bradley passes to Winford, top of the key. 20 to shoot for the Braves. Plenty of time to run their offense. Looking to the block, Murray Boyles, they can't get it to him. Now over to Wright, feeding Murray Boyles on the left block. Hook shot is good. Brandon Winford crawls that shot up over the front rim and makes it fall. 68-41, Braves lead. Pass to the right wing. Harrison, the up fake, didn't take the shot. It was wide open. He didn't shoot it. Now he has it there in the same spot. Watts closes out on him. 20 to shoot for the Rams. Jab, step, and drive. Wilson puts the shot up. Can't get it to fall, but he drew the foul. 7:55 remaining in this one, and that's going to take us to our under 8 media timeout. 68-41, the Braves have the lead. Looking to coast to the finish and pick up a big win over the Winston-Salem State Rams. Don't go anywhere. This is UNCP Braves men's basketball. It's been all Braves in this one. They have a 68-41 lead over the Winston-Salem State Rams, and got to tell you, Joe, this one much more comfortable than that game a couple weeks ago in Winston-Salem, where the Braves needed overtime and a last-second shot by Quamaine Rose in regulation to even send that game to overtime. A little bit worried on paper. Braves playing without Quamaine Rose, out for the rest of the season with a leg injury. Hasn't mattered today. Everyone else has stepped up for the black and gold.
Yeah, a solid defensive effort. They've held the team in Winston-Salem State averaging 80 points per game to just 41 points through the first 32 minutes of this game, and that doesn't happen without solid overall team defense.
And the Braves getting it done on the offensive end as well. They're shooting 50% from the floor, 25% from deep, and 71% from the free throw line. Rams on their offensive end shooting just 35%. First free throw up and in for TJ Wilson. He'll get one more. 10 team fouls on the Braves, so every Brave foul from here on out will result in 2 Rams free throws. Second free throw also good for TJ Wilson. Rams pick up full court defensively. Watts can run the baseline, gets it up ahead to Winford, who has to climb the ladder and make that catch. Hands it back off to Bradley. He has 5 seconds left to break the timeline, does. Double team comes, gets it up ahead to Mack. As the Braves on their offensive end, tipped away and stolen by the Rams. Bradley trying to reach in for the steal. 3-on-2 breakaway, Euro step, and Rankins lays it home. That's what the Rams need right now. They need turnovers, and they need quick baskets in transition. 68-45 Braves lead. Up ahead, Mack. He takes a quick 2. No good. Rebound controlled by the Rams. Ben Miller not happy, and Watts is down. It's a 5-on-4 breakaway. Sailing right to the basket on the pass. Keith Armstrong stuffs it in with 2 hands, and Brandon Watts is hurt. He goes down to the hardwood, stretching out that leg a little bit. As the Rams will go huddle up, Braves making their way slowly over to the sideline as Brandon Watts just trying to make his way over to the bench right now.
You can't really tell. It doesn't look like Watts is favoring one side over the other, but he does seem to be kind of grasping at his left knee. He's walking off the floor on his own power, so that's definitely a good sign. Hopefully just a little stinger.
Didn't see exactly what happened there. It was away from the ball. He went up for a rebound against a couple of Rams players, and you hope maybe it's just a cramp or, at worst, a twisted ankle. Inbounds pass goes to Mack. They'll call the blocking foul on the Rams, as that was number 24, TJ Wilson, trying to step in and take a charge. And you're not going to get that call right in front of the Rams bench, about 70 feet from the basket. So Dalen Fuller checks in for the Braves to replace Brandon Watts. Trainer taking a look at him right now on the Braves bench. Braves right now running with Fuller, Mack, Murray Boyles, Bradley, and Winford. 68-47 the Braves lead, 7:18 to go. As Rams on a little mini run right now, and it would take a much bigger run in order to make the Braves really start sweating this one.
Yeah, nobody on the Braves side is getting nervous quite yet on this one, but it is one of those things where you want to start to cut down on the turnovers. You're getting a little sloppy with the Rams starting to dial up the press. Just try and get back to what got you this big lead.
Still a lot of time left. 7:18 to go in this game. That's an eternity in basketball terms. Smiles there in front of the Rams bench as James Wilhelmy was playing ref. He was ready to hand that ball to Dalen Fuller. Finally, the ref hands the ball to Dalen Fuller. The Braves get it in. Rams pressuring. Bradley trying to go up the left sideline. He goes hard collision with a Rams player. Bounces off the ref and then almost into the stands, onto the courtside seats. That's the 7th team foul on the Rams. It puts Alex Bradley on the free throw line on the foul on the wrong side of half court.
It was going to go against Carlos Rankins, who was just like a brick wall that Alex Bradley ran into. Although he did get a nice soft landing on some of the padded courtside seats. So
much better those are the padded courtside seats rather than the hard bleachers. But still, you would have almost rather see Bradley get the ability to get an extra 2 or 3 steps to try to catch his own fall. He's at the free throw line, shooting 1-and-1. Braves up 68-47, 7:12 remaining as he hits the first free throw. Alex Bradley continues his strong play tonight. He has 16 points to lead all scorers. Bradley with 16, Mack with 15, Jihad Wright with 10 off the bench for the Braves. C.J. Ford leading the Rams right now. He's got 9. Damone Harrison has 8. T.J. Wilson has 8. Rams still looking for their first double-figure scorer in this game. Second free throw also good. Alex Bradley hits both. It's 70-47. 7:10 remaining. Up the far sideline. Not much pressure on the ball handler. As the pass going now up top to T.J. Wilson. Now to the right corner, Harrison. He tries a 3 with Fuller's hand in his face. No good. Rebound tipped by Winford right to Fuller, who hands it off to Bradley. Rams have to get back defensively. They don't want to give up a transition bucket. Bradley pushes, now slows it down. Fuller on the right wing. Dribbling with the left hand. Rams trying to take it away. Swings the pass over to Winford, now back to Fuller. They work around the perimeter from right to left. It's held by Alex Bradley on the left side. 10 to shoot for the Braves, 6:40 to play in the ballgame. Over to Murray Boyles, handoff goes back to Bradley. Bradley gets a screen from Winford, down to 4 to shoot. Bradley, deep three, straight away. It's up and it's no good. A long rebound bouncing to the corner. Murray Boyles almost runs into the Braves bench and bounces out of bounds. Rams basketball.
Yeah, Murray Boyles almost took out Tyler Kortenbrock, who had to scooch out of the way to avoid hitting the deck.
Rams the long pass in transition. They go up and they call the blocking foul on Dalen Fuller, who tried to slide in and take the charge. Jamel McAllister hopped in towards the lane, and it will be McAllister shooting 2 free throws. Double bonus situation in effect, and good news for the Braves as Brandon Watts is at the scorer's table ready to check in after the first free throw.
Yeah, but that is a tough blocking foul to call against Dalen Fuller. It looked like there might have been a tie-up that could have gotten called, and I think some of the fans here at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court were hoping for that to be the call, but just a little too much contact on Fuller or an offensive foul.
His feet were pretty close to set. First free throw on its way. Nothing but net on the shot by T.J. Wilson. Just check that. Jamel McAllister is the one shooting free throw for the Winston-Salem State Rams. 70-48 the score. 6:24 to play in this game. Watts checks back in and sends Dalen Fuller right back to the bench after that hard foul. It's Murray Boyles, Watts, Winford, Mack, and Bradley for the Braves. The starting 5 out there for the black and gold. Second free throw also good for McAllister. Rams again pressing, down 21 points. Watts a long inbounds pass. It's over the head of Winford and out of bounds, bouncing right back onto the court after a tough ricochet off the courtside seats. And they'll inbound from the same spot as that was never touched in play. Now a timeout taken. I believe this was taken by Ben Miller as he wants to talk things over with his Braves. It's just a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here. Joe, that press suddenly working for the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams, I don't know what was said in the timeout that was taken by James Wilhelmy, but he certainly said some kind of magic words that all of a sudden the Rams pressed has forced a lot of turnovers on the Braves side, and they just kind of seem out of sorts over the last couple of minutes. They've looked almost like a completely different team than the one that built up what was once nearly a 30-point lead.
Yeah, it's now 11 turnovers by the Braves, still not near that 19 turnover mark for Winston-Salem State. And the Braves have evened up that rebounding margin. It's 30-30 in that column. Rams still not going to, I think, go with the deep ball very much. They're shooting just 15% from behind the arc. Inbounds pass going to the perimeter, and a leaping catch made by Rankins, now driving left baseline. And the pass goes back out. Wilson, wide open 3, short, no good. Winford tracks down the rebound. Double team comes on him, and they'll call the held ball. Possession arrow favoring the Braves. That was an awful quick jump ball called, as the shot clock's still showing just 29.
Yeah, and I think Winford looked like he was trying to get a timeout call, almost like he was a little surprised that he didn't get it.
Jahad Wright checks in. James Murray Boyles goes to the bench for the Braves. Now, understandable if Ben Miller is a little hesitant to go to his bench right now. You think, with the score as it is, at what point do you start going to the bench and letting some of those lesser-used guys get in the game? But if Winston-Salem State continues to press, and they've got some athletic guys, and, with the press, you can turn a score very quickly. It's understandable if Ben Miller wants to leave his guys out there a little bit longer, especially with the losing streak the way it's been for the Braves. You keep the starters out there, let them build a little bit more confidence together. Lob pass up to Mack in transition. He gets tripped up, no whistle. I think the hand was on the ball. Braves maintain possession. It goes to Bradley on the right wing. 15 to shoot for the Braves. Wright sets the screen. Bradley takes it to the top of the key. Watts, left wing, deep 3 ball with the hand in his face. It's short, no good. And the rebound chased down by Winston-Salem State. Here come the Rams. Down by 21. Rankins driving to the lane, puts up the left-handed layup, no good. Winford grabs the rebound. There's a guy hanging on the rim. As the pass goes up ahead, Wright is running the floor and just mishandles the catch. Goes out of bounds. Jahad Wright couldn't stick a fork in that pass.
I'm still just in amazement at T.J. Wilson hanging on the rim above Brandon Winford after he grabbed that rebound.
You thought Wilson was thinking about the tip dunk, but he went up for it, realized that he was going to come down on Winford, and an interesting no call there by the refs to let it go.
Yeah, that's generally a technical foul.
It's only a technical foul when you do it as a showmanship kind of thing. If you're allowed to hang on the rim, as long as there's a guy hanging out under the rim and you need to not land on top of him. There's a little break there as they wiped off the ball, which had been wet. Damone Harrison, a pass to the left wing. Now back up top to Harrison. 20 to shoot for the Rams, 5:30 to play in the ball game. Braves up 70-49. Harrison dribbles to the right wing, splits a double team. Pass goes to the left side. Up fake Rankins, now back to Harrison. Dribbles with the right hand, 10 to shoot. Scoop layup, no good. Rebound tipped out. Who last touched it? The Braves last touched it. Rams get the ball and a fresh 30 on the shot clock. Braves showing a 2-3 zone. They sneak a pass down low, and the shooting foul called on Brandon Winford. They snuck it into Damone Harrison. He went up with a quick shot, and the foul called on Brandon Winford. His third. Double bonus situation remains in effect, and it will be 2 free throws for Damone Harrison.
Fouls continue to pile up for the Braves. And with that, it's just more opportunities for the Rams to get to that free throw line and put up points with the clock stopped.
5:16 remaining. They can cut it back down under 20. First free throw up and good for Harrison. A 78% free throw shooter on the season and the team's leading scorer. Houston, Texas native by way of Northeastern State. 70-50. 5:16 to play in the game. Braves can't coast to the finish quite yet. Second free throw around the rim and out. Winford had the box out and then tipped the ball out of bounds. It was a nice play by the Rams. They get the ball back once again. Seems like the Braves have been on defense for a couple minutes now. Couple turnovers, some looks for the Rams, some offensive rebounds. Now they throw to the left elbow. It's held by McAllister. He goes to the basket. A wild shot, no good. As his back was to the basket as he shot that ball. Over the shoulder shot. Bradley dribbles up the far sideline for the Braves and try to take the air out of the ball a little bit. Pass goes to the left side. Watts, pump fake, now feeding Winford on the left block, and Winford was held on the catch. He is still able to make the catch, but it will be Brandon Winford going to the free throw line to shoot 1-1.
Jamel McAllister for his third foul.
18 fouls on the Rams, so they've got to hope for some misses at the line now by the Braves. Sub coming on for Winston-Salem State. Rayvon Harris re-enters the game and replaces McAllister, who just picked up his third foul. Harris is going to play with 4 fouls right now, and the Braves have that 70-50 lead. 4:58 to go. Brandon Winford at the free throw line. As this certainly doesn't feel like a 20-point game. Both teams playing it like it's a barn burner, but it is a 20-point difference. Now 21 as Winford knocks down the first free throw. Turnovers were the story here for Winston-Salem State. 20 of them so far in this game, leading to 21 Braves points. And the Braves had a tie game about midway through the first quarter, or the first half, and went on a 15-0 run and didn't look back. Second free throw also good for Brandon Winford, showing the free throw stroke. An 80% free throw shooter a year ago, and he averaged almost 13 points a game for the Braves. 72-50, under 5 minutes to play. Around the perimeter from right to left, now back to the right side, Harrison. Right wing, back up top. Fake pass Rankins, and he threw it right to a Braves player. Jahad Wright says thank you very much. He's driving with the left. He's fouled before he goes up. Will they give him the continuation? Yeah, why not? Jahad Wright in transition. Give him a three-point play. 74-50. That was the very limit of what you would give a continuation for. He was gathering the beginning of a jump stop. There was arm contact on the reach-in. And then he went up for the layup. Got it to fall. 74-50. Braves have the lead. Jahad right to the free throw line. All good for the Braves so far tonight.
And this is the kind of stretch that the Braves have needed to go on for the last few minutes.
Knocks it down, and this is just putting the game away. Jahad right up to 13 points. It's 75-50, 4.5 minutes to play in this game. Still no Rams players in double figures. Left corner three, short, and Winford grabs another rebound. That was missed by Rayvon Harris. It's up ahead, Bradley, pushing up the near sideline, takes it inside. Now spin, driving baseline. Not even looking for the shot. Great handle, finds Mack, top of the key, wide open three ball. It's good. Giovanni Mack on the assist from Alex Bradley. 78-50, Braves lead.
Alex Bradley doing a Steve Nash impression there, just dribbling all over the court before he finally found Mack open for the three up top.
Top of the key, now back to the right wing. Harrison, the up fake, back outside. Left wing it goes. To the left elbow now. Wilson going up. It's blocked by Winford. Back outside it goes. Three-point attempt. Good for Damone Harrison. And he becomes the first Rams player in double figures. He's got 12. 78-53 Braves lead, and we're under 4 minutes to go. Bradley up the far sideline. In and out dribble. To the free throw line. Almost slipped. Finds Winford on the right block. Lays it in. Couldn't get it to go, but he was clobbered. And the foul called on Keith Armstrong. It's the third foul on Keith Armstrong, 10th team foul on the Rams. And when we come back, it will be Brandon Winford at the free throw line. Braves all over the Rams. They've got a 25-point lead, 3 minutes, 38 seconds to go, and we'll be right back.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny, nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
We often get the question, where does the money go? More than 90% of NCAA revenue supports 89 championships and more than 1,100 member schools that give $2.7 billion in scholarships each year. Look around you. There are more than 450,000 student athletes competing every year, succeeding on the field, in the classroom, and in life. Bottom line, we put our money where our mission is.
Home stretch of this game, Braves all over the Rams in this one. 3:38 to go, and don't think we're going to see a once-in-a-lifetime comeback in this one. Joe, it's 78-53. Braves up by 25 points. Brandon Winford at the free throw line to shoot 2 for the black and gold.
And I would say to really ice this game, but at this point, the ice cubes are coming out, and the game is just about set to be laid on it. If that's how you ice a game, I don't know. Maybe it's more like a cake.
I like cake. Cake is good. First free throw up and good. They can put a cherry on top. That's another overused sports cliche that we can use. 79-53. The free throw was good from Winford. He has one more. Starters pretty much still out there for the Braves. It's Wright, Watts, Winford, Bradley, and Mack as the second free throw also good. 80-53. Braves have dominated both ends of this game. 3.5 minutes to go. Rams with the dribble up top. Bounce pass to the left wing where it's held by Jonathan Warren, who just checked into the game for the first time. Back over to Warren. He's got an open look from downtown and knocks it down. Jonathan Warren, the freshman, getting his 6th points of the season. He had just 3 points in 15 minutes before tonight's game. Just doubled that output with one shot. Bradley the pass. Over to Mack, holding up top. 80-56 Braves lead. Mack is fouled as he goes up for a shot. And that's a 11th team foul on the Rams. Means a double bonus situation here. Giovanni Mack to the free throw line. Game's leading scorer with 18 points. And he can get up to 20. With 2 nice free throws here. A good day for Giovanni Mack. 7 of 13 from the field. 3 of 7 from deep. Perfect 1 of 1 so far from the line. 4 assists and 3 rebounds for the transfer from Texas Southern University. This is just his 3rd game with the Braves. First free throw up and good. He had 12 points on Saturday against Mount Olive and setting a new career high tonight. As Wright and Winford will exit to a round of applause from the Braves bench. Brandon Winford, what an effort for him. 12 points, 11 rebounds. Another double-double for him. His 17th career double-double in a Braves uniform. Second free throw also good for Giovanni Mack. He's got 20. Braves go up 82-56.
And all the more impressive for Winford that he only had 1 point in the first half. 11 out of his 12 coming after halftime.
Around the perimeter of the Rams, long 2 from just inside the arc. C.J. Ford couldn't get it to fall. Rebound tipped away from a teammate. Giovanni Mack took it away from Alex Bradley, and the Rams get it back. To the left wing, wide open 3. Harrison, it's good. Damone Harrison after the defensive breakdown by the Braves. Harrison leads the Rams with 15 points, but they trail 82-59. 2:30 to play. Bradley walks it up for the Braves. Cross midcourt, pass to the far sideline, Mack. Trying to post up Murray Boyles. They don't get it to him. Back up top, Watts. Now Bradley left side. They've got Mounts on the left block. They get it to him. Ball tipped away and stolen. Here come the Rams. 4-on-3 breakaway. Ford cutting to the basket, floats it up and in. C.J. Ford with the layup. He wants to get in to the double-digit scoring club, and he does just that. 82-61, 2:10 to play. Rams showing the strong defense down the stretch. Pass goes to Mack, who almost cut the wrong way on it. Gets it to him. Now Watts over to Bradley on the near side. Bradley the pass fake. Mounts sets the screen for him. Dribbling to the top of the key. Bradley. Free throw line jump shot from the left elbow around the rim and out. Strong offensive rebound. Murray Boyles sends it back out. Bradley right wing 3. It's short and no good. And the defensive rebound by the Rams. They want to run. Ford crosses back over towards the middle. It's tipped by Watts and last touched by Winston-Salem State on the scramble for the loose ball. Braves get the turnover.
Another good play by Watts to poke that ball out, and then in the scramble for the loose ball, he did get a hand on it, but it was ultimately last touched by the Rams. another turnover created by Brandon Watts.
2 more subs come on for the Braves. Dalen Fuller, the junior guard from Shelby, North Carolina, as well as number 2, Chris Smith, making his 4th appearance of the season. Redshirt freshman guard from Clinton, North Carolina. He wears number 2. He has not seen much action yet this season, though it's nice to see him get out there. Fuller passes to Smith, who has to go out near midcourt to get it. Mack, the only starter still in the game for the Braves. 15 to shoot as Mack gets the screen from Mounts. Fuller zips it over to Smith on the right wing, down to Murray Boyles. Murray Boyles from the elbow finds Mounts. Mounts working on the right block, and he traveled. The hook shot would not count. It was short anyway and no good. And now that will be it for the rest of the Braves, who will exit in this one. Jimmy Stady checks in, and so does number 33, Bryson Hall, the junior, getting his first action of the season. Braves out there with Fuller, Stady, Hall, as well as number 22, Mike Smith. And now there's a horn before they can get going once again. Clock is stopped, the minute 15 left. Braves up 82-61. Scorers just checking to make sure that substitution was legal. I'm not 100% sure what's going on here.
I don't think it was. I think they're getting the officials together.
The Braves had their players at the scorers table before that ball was ready to get inbounded, so.
But it seems like they are chatting with the official score and kind of pointing over towards the Braves.
Ben Miller has his kind of a confused look on his face. And I believe they're going to say it's a technical foul on the Braves for an illegal substitution. Someone did not properly check in there. So a one-shot technical foul. It'll be Jonathan Warren to shoot it for the Rams. This is all academic at this point. Braves up 82-61, a minute 15 to go. The free throw no good. They will give him no more free throws, but the Rams will get the ball. 28, no, they'll reset the shot clock. 30 on the shot clock. Rams will inbound from midcourt. Braves out there with Mike Smith, Chris Smith, Jimmy Stady, Bryson Hall, and Dalen Fuller. A runaway victory. The Braves clearing out the bench. Left wing, three-point attempt. Damone Harrison, no good. They'll call the push-off there on Jonathan Warren. A loose ball foul committed. And that was Dalen Fuller who had the box out. And they'll go the other side of the floor. Dalen Fuller will shoot free throws on the loose ball foul.
Fuller has hit every free throw that he's made this season, 100% from the free throw line.
Perfect 2 of 2 from the stripe. His career high is 4 points. He has no points here today, but still a minute and 6 seconds left. And you got to imagine if the Rams want to keep being aggressive like that on the glass and go over the back, he'll have a chance to shoot some free throws. But he's a guy who gets in the game pretty regularly. You might want to spread the ball out to some of these other guys. Free throw no good. First miss of the season from there from Dalen Fuller. He'll get one more. He didn't play in the last couple of games against Lander or Mount Olive. His last action was in the game against Wingate, where he played 7 minutes and didn't record his stat. Second free throw also no good. Stady tips the rebound back to Fuller. Free throw line jump shot is good. Dalen Fuller misses both free throws, but then knocks down a jumper. Gets 2 points on the possession either way. Last minute to go in this game. Braves 84, Rams 61. Left wing, deep three for Ford, no good. And the defensive rebound for Chris Smith. His first rebound of the season, his first rebound in a Braves uniform. He takes it himself across the timeline, pass to the right side. Mike Smith, now looking to post up, can't get it to Hall, picks up his dribble, needs to go to the opposite side, back over to Chris Smith, 15 to shoot for the Braves. Fuller up top, over to the right wing. Mike Smith from deep, around the rim, and no good. That shot hit every part of the rim, high off the backboard and out. Rams coming back on offense. 25 seconds left, just a 1 second difference between the shot and game clock. 3 ball in transition, it's good. Jonathan Warren with a nice bucket. He's got 6 points. That doubles his previous season output. Shot clock turned off. 84-64 is the score. Braves break the timeline. Chris Smith, double team comes at him. He's dribbling it around the perimeter, finds Fuller. Fuller, pass to the far side, and it will go over to Mike Smith, who takes it back to midcourt. 5 seconds left. The Rams will let this one go, and the Braves get ready to celebrate a big win. They take this one 84-64 over the Winston-Salem State Rams. A great performance for the Braves to snap that 3-game losing streak, and the Braves wrap up the non-conference portion of their schedule with an 84-64 win. They improved to 6-4 on the season with that win over the Rams, who snap a 4-game winning streak and fall to 5-3 on the season. Joe, it was a good one for the Braves.
It certainly was, and well, despite some of the offensive woes very early on. Once they went on that 15-0 run, they just never looked back, coming off with obviously the 20-point victory when everything was all said and done. The Rams made a push in the second half, but it was far too little and obviously far too late for them as well. They fall to 5-3, but for the Braves, a much needed victory to snap the 3-game losing streak and then head into the matchup with Columbus State later this week on a high note.
And Columbus State on Thursday, Georgia College on Saturday. Both of those games available on the radio network. Again, we can't stream those because they're not at home. Final stats very quickly for the Braves. Leading scorer for them, Giovanni Mack, he had 20. Alex Bradley, 17. Brandon Winford had 12. Jahad Wright had 13. Braves shot 48% from the field, 24% from deep, and 76% from the line. They had a +1 rebounding mark, and they forced 7 more turnovers than they committed, and ultimately cruised to this win. Joe, your final thoughts on this one?
Well, the Braves offense really opened up about halfway through that first half. Never looked back. Like I said, good overall team win. The offense played well. The defense was spectacular. And a big tip of the hat to Brandon Whitford. He's had a couple rough games in a row, but tonight had, well, his best game of the season.
A double-double for Winford, his first of the season, his 17th of his career. Braves get it done. 84-64 winners over the Winston-Salem State Rams. And that will do it for us here in Pembroke. For my broadcast partner, Joe Vasile, our producer on the radio side, Bailey Wilk, and our camera person / producer / director, Elka Grutos, on the video side. Thank you so much for watching / listening and following Braves basketball all season long. For everything UNCP Braves, go to uncpbraves.com and be sure to tune in on Thursday, a doubleheader at Columbus State, women's and men's basketball starting at 5:30 Eastern. Your final score, once again, 84-64. The Braves are winners. I'm Cameron Songer. Thanks for listening. Have a great rest of your night. And if you're listening on the radio, we'll leave you with the sounds of the game.